Shawnee Mission East Harbinger online live broadcast featuring the Shawnee Mission East Lancers against the Olathe North Eagles. This is Andrew McKittrick here alongside Julia Poe. Julia, how are you doing tonight?
Andrew, I'm doing really good tonight. I'm looking forward to an intense game tonight against the Eagles. You know, the Lancers are coming off of a huge victory last week over Chip Sherman's team at Olathe Northwest. It was a crazy finish. I doubt that any East student will ever forget that moment. So I'm looking forward to seeing the Lancers come out and take on a more athletic team this week.
Yeah, you know, that really was one of the best games that I've ever seen live or even on TV. The Lancers there, 3 seconds left, 36 yards. Christian Blessing with the Hail Mary going down deep into the end zone, tipped, and then Alec Dean comes up with it. So we'll have to see if maybe the Lancers can pull some more magic here tonight against, I would say, the overmatched Olathe North team.
Yeah, definitely. From what I've heard, this team that's coming out in the Olathe North squad is extremely physical. They're extremely athletic, and they have several players on the defensive line that already are D1 prospects. That's going to be a huge impact for Olathe North. So the Lancers are really going to have to come out here and be extremely confident. They are coming off of a huge game last week, but they also made a lot of mistakes in that game. There was a fabulous ending, but hopefully the Lancers are not going to have that close of a finish and not going to need that Hail Mary, because I doubt that a type of pass like that is going to happen twice.
We'll bring you the live action here in a second. All right, here. Jack, whenever you get a break, I'll go show her.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get on our green board. Kickoff.
Hello and welcome back to the Shawnee Mission East Harbinger online live broadcast here from the College Boulevard Activities Complex here. Like I said, Andrew McKittrick alongside Julia Poe. There you see number 41 for Lancers taking the kickoff and breaks it down to the 30-yard line there for the Lancers.
And we're looking to see the Lancers come out and take the field with the offense led by Christian Blessing. He is a senior. He will be leading the Lancers in their new flexbone offense that they have recently put in because of their new head coach, Coach Delaney. And now we've seen in the past that this offense has worked extremely well because it gives the quarterback a lot of flexibility, a lot of ability to either pass or to give it to several of his stronger running backs. We're just going to see how that works tonight.
There you see Christian Blessing giving the handoff to number 40 up the middle. That's going to be senior Luke Taylor. And you did mention that triple option flexbone offense, the first one that we have seen ever in the Sunflower League. That's really helped out the Lancers. They've had some really strong rushing statistics so far to start off the year.
Definitely, and you've got leading the team, Luke Taylor, who is a senior, has had 2 touchdowns, and he leads the team with 432 yards already on the season rushing. And you'll see that the Lancers really focus on their ability to rush and to just chip away slowly at the field with 6 or 7 yards, not really ever going, not always going at least, for those big long passes, but just slowly chipping away at an offense.
And there you go with that nice bubble screen going to the left side. Number 41, Mitchell Tyler breaks it open, going down to the 35-yard line of Olathe North. Something you don't see too often is that passing attack, but there the Lancers broke it wide open.
And Mitch Tyler is definitely a go-to for Christian Blessing when he's looking for that pass. Tyler has shown his ability throughout this season to really be able to catch off of a short pass and just go. He has great acceleration. He really knows how to use his sideline and how to just tiptoe along that sideline to pick up an extra 5 to 10 yards sometimes.
There you go, 24, Sam Huffman breaking up off that left side. Triple option there, deciding to give the ball to Sam Huffman.
Again, seeing a really strong offense in these first couple of plays here from the Lancers. Not seeing a whole lot of difficulty for the Olathe North team to be able to bring down a player with a tackle, more just seeing that they're not quite getting the ball as quickly as you would expect off the snap.
So here you do see Christian Blessing running into the huddle, bringing the play into the Lancers there. They're going to send one wide out to the left side, keeping those 2 slot backs in the backfield. Number 23 for the Lancers, Jackson Gossick, along with their number 41, Mitchell Tyler, going in motion. Handoff goes for the first down, Luke Taylor.
And already we are seeing that the Lancers have really done a good job of getting themselves into Olathe North territory. They're almost down into the red zone past that 20-yard line. And this has been a much faster look as far as moving down the field that we're seeing from the Lancers tonight. This is really good to see from them this early on in the game.
So here you do see the Lancers once again sending number 24, Sam Huffman, in motion. Christian Blessing with the quarterback keeper. Doesn't get too much on that play.
Still picking up 2 or 3 yards, just kind of continuing that East offense where they chip slowly away at the field,
Tackle was made by number 8, Jimmy Swain.
That tackle made by number 8 for Olathe North, Jimmy Swain. Here the Lancers instead trying to send 2 wideouts to that right side. Blitz possibly coming off that left side as number 15, the linebacker, moves up in closer to the box. Olathe North here sending 5 down linemen. Christian Blesson looking to that right side. Bubble screen. Number 41, Mitchell Tyler breaks it, cuts open, and goes for a nice gain on the play.
Did a really good job of cutting there. You can see how athletic this Lancer team is right now. Mitch Tyler did a great job of accelerating, then immediately cutting and being able to get an extra yard or 2 just off of his ability to snake around a defender and throw himself forward for that extra little bit of gain.
So there you see the chain gain moving along as the Lancers pick up yet another first down on this opening drive. 9 minutes and 21 seconds left to go in this opening quarter. There you see for one of the first times Lancers sending only 1 slot back. Handoff goes up the middle to it looks like number 40, Luke Taylor.
3-yard gain by number 40.
That's a shorter gain on the play for the Lancers.
Tackle was made by number 55.
Yeah, you know, although it was only 3 yards, really, if you can get 3 yards consistently in and out every play, you're going to be really close to a first down on almost every series.
And now we're seeing a flag down on the field.
Flag on the play.
Looks like it's going to be a sideline warning on Olathe North, I do believe.
This is pretty early in the game to be getting riled up.
So here we'll be having to see what they do and what they do with the ball. It's probably going to be just a sideline warning, but if that does happen again later, Lancers will gain some extra yards.
Definitely, if you're an Olathe North fan, you don't want to see your coaches showing that type of behavior.
There, Mitchell Tyler breaking it off that right side on that triple option, giving it to that sweep coming from the slot back.
Seeing some great rushing tonight from the Lancers. And again, Luke Taylor, the leading rusher for Shawnee Mission East, also leads the entire Sunflower League in rushing. Again, that is with 432 yards on the season. The closest is Jason Randall at Leavenworth, and he has 376 yards on the season. So you can see that huge gap, how much the Lancers are focusing on their rush game.
And you know, behind those two is going to be someone we're going to be seeing tonight. One of the people who follows in a very strong tradition of Olathe North players who are very good. Venus Triplett, the junior from Olathe North, 335 yards of rushing on the season with 5 touchdowns.
And Triplett is definitely someone that the Lancers are going to have to look out for once Olathe North suits up their offense and puts them out on the field, because that is going to be very important to keep him shut down. He averages a lot of yards per carry. They're going to have to be very careful with him and make sure that they are shutting him down as much as possible tonight.
And you know, we did talk, or at least mention a bit earlier, how Olathe North has a very strong tradition of very good players. Someone I was mentioning would be in 2000, Darren Sproles graduated from Olathe North, and he's a player who then went on to play for Kansas State and now plays in the NFL with, I believe, the Saints. So definitely a very good tradition there for Olathe North. Here the Lancers going in motion. Christian Blessing with a quarterback keeper. Looks like it could be a touchdown, and it is. First touchdown of the night for the Lancers.
And the Lancers, very, very quick drive for them. Did a great job just marching straight down into the end zone. And now the special teams for the Lancers comes out. You know, the special teams this season have been struggling early on, definitely having a lot of difficulties in making these point afters. I know that in the first game that we broadcasted against Lawrence, they definitely had a lot of difficulties with making point afters. They missed their first one and had the second one blocked.
Here you see the field goal is up, and it is going to be good for the Lancers there. Colin Burns with the extra point.
And definitely a solid first possession for the Lancers.
So, Julia, what would you be looking for the Lancers to be doing here on their first defensive series?
Well, I think that what they need to be making sure that they do is just putting as much pressure on the pocket as possible. You know, in past games that I've seen, the Lancers have been doing a fabulous job of putting pressure on the pocket and getting their hands up in young quarterbacks' faces. Again, this is a team with a young quarterback. He is a junior, and so that means that he has less experience out there in high-risk situations like tonight. So as long as they can put as much pressure as possible on the pocket and on the quarterback, I think that they'll be able to pick up a lot of defensive plays off of sloppy passes or rush decisions.
So here Olathe North will be going back deep to receive their kick. Number 3, Vinny Shabazz alongside number 5, Venus Triplet, that very explosive, powerful runner. Although he's not too big, he's only 5'8", 185 pounds. He is one of those players who's one of the top players, not only in the Sunflower League, but also on Olathe North.
You can hear a thunderous noise from the crowd for Olathe North. They have a huge student section turned out tonight. The Lancers are also showing a pretty good student section for the distance that they had to travel to get to Seaback. And it's good to see all of them out here in their luau gear.
Here we are about 30 minutes away from Shawnee Mission East, so a bit of a drive, although there are a fair number of students who could make that drive in there. That kickoff going short, taken at about the 30-yard line, breaks it left, just one tackle, and saving tackle there made on the play by the Lancers. I believe that was number 8, David Spivak, on the tackle.
And Spivak has really showed his ability throughout this season. He's had several times where his tackles have just laid out players that were much larger than him. He knows how to use his body, he knows how to get low, and he knows just how to take someone down without exactly needing to be bigger or stronger.
You see and now the special teams for the Lancers comes out. You know, the special teams this season have been struggling early on, definitely having a lot of difficulties in making these point afters. I know that in the first
quarterback goes, quarterback keeper, and breaks it through the left side, goes down to the 30-yard line, and saving tackle once again made by Lancers number 6, the Lancers going in motion. Christian Blessing with the quarterback keeper.
Really a great fake. Quarterback did a great job of pretending to hand off that ball and then immediately using his leg to hide it. I was definitely very confused. I thought that a Lancer had made the tackle at first, and then I realized that it was a quarterback keeper. Very good fake.
Yeah, you know, I was definitely surprised, and that's something where the Lancers, their defensive ends, need to stay home and make sure that they do not over-pursue, so that way they can protect against some of those quarterback keepers here as they once again stay in that same formation. Quarterback this time hands it off to Venus Triple, and nice tackle there made on the play by the Lancers.
You can already see that the Lancers have probably been spending a lot of time looking at film and trying to figure out how to shut down Triplet, since he is such a leader in the Sunflower League and he is such a threat to their defense.
So here it is going to be 2nd and 12 from the Lancer 24-yard line here at Seaback Stadium. And like you did mention, it is a great night for football. The Lancers sure did travel pretty far. 82. It looks like it could drop to about 70, maybe high 60s tonight. So it's definitely going to be a great night for football. Here with number 10, the quarterback, giving it off to Triplet once again, goes behind a blocker, and just looks like he was tripped up on the play there by the Lancers number 22, Ryder Terry.
Really doing a great job there of making sure that they're shutting down Triplet, who it appears is the go-to for Olathe North. I can understand why, since he's such a leader out there. But Olathe North, if they are going to look to be able to make their rush game more effective, they're going to have to be able to give it to someone else and have them rush for a bigger gain than that.
So here, once again, you see Olathe North staying in that same formation that they are sticking to so far this entire first drive there. You see that option, quarterback number 10 breaks it back to the left side, and their Lancer pursuit coming from number 17 for the Lancers, Luis Adame.
Adame did a great job there. You could see as he was taking the quarterback down also that he was trying to strip him. Quarterback for Olathe North did a great job of just keeping that ball tucked in once he realized his mistake.
And you know, right now, Olathe North is kind of in no man's land, right here. They're a bit too far for a high school kicker to make it, but they're at about 4th and 16, which would be extremely far for a 4th down try, and kind of at an awkward place to punt it. So here you will see them going for it on 4th and 16, so possibly going to be a long pass down to the right side. Quarterback drops back to pass, looking deep across the center to number 16, who breaks it open for a touchdown on the play. There, the Lancer, it looks like the defender on the play just slipped and fell on this true grass field.
Yeah, and you know, we had noticed that a lot of these players were slipping and sliding around while they were warming up, and you know, the Lancers do practice on turf, but you have to be ready. You have to know how to use your core and how to stabilize yourself when you're going into cuts for tackles. You can't just let yourself slip and miss a huge tackle like that.
That looks like it was number 41, the senior Mitchell Tyler, who did miss the tackle there, just trying to cut back and on accident slipped on the play. So the score is going to be, as of now, tied 6-6, or excuse me, 7-6, pending the extra point. Here, number 82 in to kick it for Olathe North, Ivan Aguero. Here, the extra point is up, and it is barely going to sail through. Very, I would say, a weak kick, so that's going to have to be something that we watch for later in the night.
You know, definitely. I feel like special teams is something that both of these teams probably could work on, but it looked like the Lancers have been doing a good job of improving on that. They're just going to need to focus on maybe getting their their punts to be a little bit better, just seeing how short the first one of the night was, and the fact that they that put them at kind of bad field position and allowed Olathe North to already come back and answer with a touchdown, leaving the score at 7-7.
So here, after that touchdown, like you said, it is going to be tied. So really, very fast drives for both teams. 6 minutes, 18 seconds left to go in this first quarter, and both teams have already scored a touchdown.
You know, this is looks like it's shaping up to be a pretty high-scoring game. And looking at Olathe North's past record, you know, they have had an interesting season because they played Shawnee Mission South, and they lost 10-7. Which was an extremely low-scoring game, especially for them. Then they turned around and went to play Shawnee Mission North, and they won 63-14. So this is a team that once their offense gets warmed up, it definitely can go and it can score a lot of points. So that's something that the Lancers are going to have to look out for.
So here you will be seeing the kickoff once again. Lancers back deep to receive it. Looks like it's going to be number 24, Sam Huffman, along with possibly number 6, Charlie White, someone we normally see. So there, Charlie White does take the kickoff at about the 10-yard line, goes to the left, breaks through, almost a tackle, but taken down on the play by number 8, I believe, for Olathe North, Jimmy Swain.
Tackle was made by number 8, Jimmy Swain.
Really a great tackle there by Swain.
So here, Lancers will be starting to bring out their triple option flex bone attack that we have seen on this first drive. Probably going to stay true to their roots as they have been doing that all season. This time sending one wide receiver out to the right side, one to the left. 24, Sam Huffman going in motion. Christian Blessing on the quarterback keeper and just thrown down on the play by number 81 for Olathe North. Olathe North, Josh Moore.
And you know, that quarterback keeper, that's 2 times that has really struggled there. It looks like he's just not able to get a wide enough hole to really find anything to squirm through and get any yards. So now the Lancers are looking at either staying at the line of scrimmage or maybe even a couple yards loss.
So here the Lancers, they will be trying to make up for some of those lost yardage. It is going to be 2nd and 9 for the Lancers. Against this much bigger opponent, they would be going to need some, I would say, a better performance from their offensive line. There, Christian Blessing dropping back to pass, looking over the middle, caught by 41. Mitchell Tyler breaks it open. He almost breaks through one tackle. Just a shoestring grab there on the play by number 25, Isaiah Sims.
You can see as Tyler stood up, he kind of was gritting his teeth and looking around, and you could tell that he had end zone in sight. He thought that he was all the way there. Really a great saver tackle there. Tyler, if he had not been tripped up there, would have been all the way to the end zone, especially with his speed. There was not any Olathe North players close enough that they would have been able to take him down.
And excuse me, that tackle was made by number 25, Isaiah Simmons. I did mispronounce that on that play. So here, Christian Blessing giving it to the handoff up the right side, and a huge tackle there on the play.
Maybe a 1 or 2 yard gain there.
23, Jackson Gossett. Tackle was made by number
2nd and 10 for Lancers. Julia, what would you be looking for Lancers to do different here on the second drive?
You know, I've been noticing that whenever they're trying to rush the ball right now, they're only pushing the middle, and I'd really be interested to see if the Lancers would try maybe a short pass or just a handoff and have their running backs using the outside of the field.
And there you see Christian Blessing cutting it left, and then he's going to cut back towards the center and gain a few short yards on the play. So it looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 3 for the Lancers.
You know, and already out there we're seeing a lot of pushing and shoving down on that field, which is interesting to see this early in a game where really neither of these teams are rivals or really live close enough to each other to have any type of bad blood, but you can tell that this is just a high-intensity game. This is the biggest challenge that both of these teams have come up against so far. They're pretty fairly matched, with Olathe North probably being greater in athleticism. So this is a really high-intensity game. I know that from hearing from people on both sides, from Olathe North and from East, both teams were very nervous going into this game.
So here you're going to see a 3rd and 4 for the Lancers from the 35-yard line of Olathe North. 24, Sam Huffman goes in motion, goes to that screen, and it's tipped up on the play. But that is going to be a incomplete pass, I do believe, so it's going to bring up 4th down for the Lancers.
And again, the Lancers are in that no man's land that you talked about. They're much too far out for any high school kicker to make, but they still are going to have to try for 4th down because they can't exactly punt where they are right now.
So here in Lancers, number 10, Christian Blesson, looking to lead the Lancers on this 4th down play. You see there, number 41, the senior, Mitchell Tyler, going in motion, and Lancers are going to call a timeout. Maybe they're just trying to draw the opponent offside so they can gain an easy 5 yards and an easy 1st down.
And that would definitely be an interesting idea for the Lancers to do, but you'll definitely see teams and players do that often, just trying to use a little bit of a flinch or how they're setting up their play to try to get a penalty and be able to get easy yards, and that would be a very smart move for the Lancers tonight.
Yeah, I know. It looks like they're kind of in an awkward area. They could maybe punt it and try to pooch kick it and coffin corner the other team, but with the untested kicker, really, Colin Burns, this is his first year kicking, it's going to be a bit difficult for them to kick a long field goal.
So now you're seeing them set up again.
So here the Lancers, number 10, Christian Blesson at center under quarterback, although the referees are going to be talking about something. So at this point, we would like to take a quick second to thank the Shawnee Mission East PTA. They were able to help us get a hotspot for this year. That definitely does help make these broadcasts possible. We would not be able to be broadcasting and bringing this game to you live without that hotspot from the PTA.
Yes, there's definitely been many moments in the broadcast booth where we've been worried because we didn't have Wi-Fi, and now that we have that hotspot, we were able to broadcast wherever and whenever, so that's very helpful.
There, Christian Blesson dropping back to pass, looking to that same play that they just ran, and there Sam Huffman drops it, and that is going to be an incomplete pass. 2 plays, exact same result.
Yeah, you know, I'm very surprised by that choice by the Lancers. You know, normally they're playing pretty smart. They're mixing up their plays. They know that they rush a couple times towards the middle, then they use their outside. But really right now we're not seeing that type of smart offense from the Lancers. I'm very surprised by seeing that because that's what's characterized their ability to win in the past.
So here it's going to be 1st and 10 for Olathe North from their own 35-yard line. 3 minutes, 58 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Quarterback number 10, Cole Murphy, goes under center, fake the handoff and goes over to pass and breaks it open. Just really looks like a bit of blown coverage there on the play.
Yeah, he was definitely wide open there. There were Lancers in the area, but no one was close onto him. That should have definitely been an easier pass to break up because Murphy had several players in his face. Again, that pocket pressure that I was talking about earlier, they were definitely giving that, but no one out there on wide receiver coverage was really doing their job and getting right up on a man.
Here Lancers with, looks like 3 down linemen, 2 linebackers left and right, staying in on that inside, possibly going to go for the rush. And their Venus triplet breaks 1 tackle and goes against Charlie White, breaks again. Really, that's where you see a speed almost breaking the tackle of number 8, David Spivak.
And Spivak did a good job of getting his arms around his knees there. You know, that first tackle that triplet broke, it was really just showing the strength of his legs, his ability to just move and power through those tackles. Very impressive to see out of a high school player.
So there you are going to be seeing 2nd and 4 for Olathe Northwest entering Lancer territory once again.
And we've seen several pass plays being able to open up the Olathe North offense and be able to push them into Lancer territory very early on in their offensive drives.
There with good coverage by the Lancers. Venus triplet tries to stiff arm, and the Lancers take him down on the play. Lancers getting pumped up there. Number 41, Mitchell Tyler, making up for that blown tackle earlier.
5-yard loss on the run by number 5, Venus triplet. Tackle was made by number 41, Mitchell Tyler.
It's going to put it back at 3rd and 9 for Olathe Northwest, or excuse me, Olathe North. Sorry, I did that again. Julia, what would you be looking to do if you were the Olathe North coach here?
Well, you know what, they've been having a lot of success with their pass plays. So right now, with as much yard as they need to gain for a 1st down, I would be looking to pass. So the Lancers are really going to have to shut down on their wide receiver coverage, especially after showing last time how loose they were on that coverage. They really need to be up and tight.
Here the quarterback, Murphy, dropping back to pass, pressure for the Lancers. There, scrolls over the middle, almost picked up, and it's going to be intercepted by 41, Mitchell Tyler on the tipped pass.
Interception by number 41, Mitchell Tyler.
And there you can see Mitchell Tyler's experience as a receiver and as a running back. His hands are excellent, and he was able to see that tipped pass and get right underneath it and catch it. Was completely laid out right afterwards by an
the quarterback, Murphy, dropping back to pass, pressure for the Lancers
there. Ball and making the defensive play.
At this time, we're going to go to a quick instant replay of that interception. So here you do see the quarterback dropping back to pass. They're looking over the center, and they're tipped up on the play and caught by Mitchell Tyler. There once again, the Lancers quarterback number 10, Christian Blesson, brought down in the backfield.
2-yard loss on the play by number 10.
And it looks like early on, this Lancers offensive line is really struggling to keep Blesson's pocket really strong and to give him enough time to make a decision. And, you know, I think that's where the Olathe North athleticism comes in. They are bigger, they are stronger than the Lancers are, and so that's going to make them very formidable when they are trying to push their way through the offensive line of the Lancers.
So here the Lancers once again, Alec Dean to the right side of the formation, that savior from the last week's game. Christian Blesson going to that pitch off, going to the right side. 41 Mitchell Tyler, he has the lane open down the right side, breaks the tackle, but there he is going to be out of bounds, just short of the first down.
And again, Tyler is very, very good at using his sideline. He knows how to get right up there and just tiptoe along that line to try to continue dancing along there and getting as much yardage as possible. And he will not stop running until the whistle is blown and he is actually marked as out of bounds, which is a very smart play for him. He does not give up until the refs are literally telling him that he has to stop.
So here it's going to be 3rd and 1 for the Lancers. Christian Blesson running in, grabbing the play call from new coach Dustin Delaney, who did introduce this triple option flex bone offense to the Lancers. So they are going to put 2 slot back in the backfield. Sam Huffman, Mitchell Tyler, Christian Blesson with quarterback keeper. Looks like he is going to get the first down and just keeps powering those legs forward.
And that's where having Christian Blesson, having his size out there is so useful. Blesson is one of the taller players on the team. He's extremely strong and athletic, and so he's able to run for touchdowns, which he has done throughout the season. He's able to throw beautiful passes like the one that Dean caught last week, and then he's able to just sometimes lower his shoulder and power through, push through linesmen, get an offensive lineman behind him and just push through to gain a couple of yards and get a first down, just like in that situation.
So here it is going to be 1st and 10 for Lancers from the 37-yard line of themselves. Christian Blesson giving it to the handoff. Luke Taylor breaks it open, just powering through the tackle there. Solid 8 to 9 yards on the play.
And again, there you see the rushing ability of Luke Taylor. You know, it's interesting. Taylor, even though he leads the team in rushing yards, doesn't lead the team in touchdowns. But what he's really good at is when they're in the middle of the field, just gaining those 9 yards, those 10 yards, whatever it's needed. He can break through tackles. He's extremely athletic, and he does a great job of going up both the middle and down the sideline and just being able to work his way through tackles and power his way to more and more yards.
So therefore, the Lancers, they are going to be 2nd and 1, and you did mention Luke Taylor does not lead the Lancers in touchdown. That's going to be Christian Blesson, who leads them with 5 touchdowns on the year and 260 yards rushing, along with passing. Christian Blesson does have 320 yards passing and 4 touchdowns. That is going to be a flag on the play on intentional grounding against number 10 for Lancers, Christian Blesson.
And now you can see Delaney getting pretty far out on the field to argue that call. And we can hear up in the press box next door to us, we can hear that the East coaches definitely are not happy with the fact that that call was made because there was an East receiver in the area, and that would mean that intentional grounding was not the case if there was a receiver in the area.
So here the referees are going to be looking over that call, so we're going to have to be seeing what they do end up deciding. That is going to be intentional grounding on the Lancers quarterback number 10, Christian Blesson. So it is going to be a 10-yard loss on the play, 3rd and 1 for the Lancers. Julia, what would you be looking for the Lancers to do here? 3rd and 1, rush play or maybe go for a pass or what?
I think that they're going to have to maybe look for a short pass out to the side, either to Taylor or Tyler. The two of them have done a really good job of using their sidelines, and I think that right now in this situation they could do a good job of rushing for that gain. And
there you see instead going to that short handoff up the middle. Looks like it's going to be a very short gain on the play, so I'm guessing the Lancers are going to be punting it.
And you know, the Olathe North athleticism has been making it extremely difficult for the Lancers to run the ball up the middle. You're not really seeing them getting any gains out of just trying to barrel their way through the middle unless they are on 3rd and 1 and they only need a yard or 2.
So here we are going to be seeing a timeout from Olathe North. So at this point, we are going to take a second to thank our sponsors, Bank of Prairie Village and Booker T Sports Reports.
Booker T Sports Reports, providing all of your sports stats needs. Tonight's broadcast has been brought to you by the Bank of Prairie Village, member FDIC. Located at 75th and Mission, it's where the Lancers go to bank.
The athletic trainers in the high school daily covers varsity events weekly.
Hello and welcome back to the Shawnee Mission East Harbinger online live broadcast featuring the Shawnee Mission East Lancers against Olathe North Eagles. Here the Lancers are 4th and 9, so they are going to be punting it. Back deep to receive it for Olathe North is going to be number 5, Venus Triplet. Back to kick it for Lancers is going to be number 10, I believe, Christian Blesson. There he fumbles the kick and goes up with the punt, almost blocked on the play, and that's going to sail out of bounds just inside the 50-yard line at the 49-yard line.
And again, we're seeing kicking is the biggest weakness for the Lancers. They've not been able to get a punt to go within, I'd say, the Olathe North 40-yard line. They haven't been able to get anything past that, and that just puts Olathe North in such a dangerous position because a couple passes and they're in the red zone. They're able to move so quickly up the Lancer field because they're just not ever being put back in a deep position anywhere near their own end zone.
So here it's going to be Olathe North ball at the 49-yard line of the Eagles' territory there. Venus Triplet number 10, Murphy keeping the ball for a 10-yard gain on the play. There he faked us out too. That's something they're doing consistently.
I don't know exactly what Murphy is doing, whether he's just tucking the ball that well or if Triplet is the one that sells those fakes so much, but I think it's also just because we're expecting to see Triplet take the ball because he is such a leader on this team that it surprises us when anyone else has it.
Yeah, you know, although Venus Triplet is one of the top rushers in the Sunflower League, Cole Murphy, their quarterback, is not far behind him. 292 yards and 6 touchdowns, so he is a very elusive runner too.
That's going to be something that the Lancers are going to have to be watching for, is that Olathe North really is very similar to them in the fact that they have a quarterback that can run and can throw the ball very consistently.
Yeah, you know, the Lancers, Christian Blesson, the quarterback, he's not much of a pocket passer. I would say most of his passes kind of come on scrambling passes or screens to the left and right side, and most of their offense does come from those rushing yards. Here Olathe North taking over at the 41-yard line of the Lancers. Lancers with 3 down linemen, 2 other linebackers, I believe, in that box there. Venus Triplet holding onto the ball and breaks it open to the right side. Breaks it open, field tackle just hops over the defender, and he is going to score on the touchdown. Great job there. That was really a very impressive run.
That is something that you rarely see from a high school player, is being able to jump a tackle. That was extremely impressive. You saw that shoestring tackle coming in. You expected that to be another saver for the Lancers, and instead he saw it. He just hurdled it. That was an extremely impressive play for a high school player.
And there you see number 8, David Spivak, who attempted that tackle on the play, coming up limp there, talking to the trainer, being helped out on the field there. That was really impressive there. That was a great run. And here, after this extra point, we will show you a very quick instant replay here, but the extra point will be trying to put Olathe North here up early, 14-7.
And you know, like we said earlier on, the Lancers are going to have to look to be able to shut down Triple on those types of plays. He is an extremely elusive player. He is very good at running, and like you just saw, he can break through tackles very well.
So there, that extra point is up, and it is good. Here we're going to go to a quick instant replay of that touchdown. So there you see Murphy getting the taking the handoff over to number 5, Triplet. There he just hurdles number 8, David Spivak, and there just sprints past number 41 for Lancers, Mitchell Tyler, into the end zone there. Very speedy, very great run.
And you know what impressed me even more than that leap was how he accelerated out of it. The second that his feet touched the ground, he just took off to the end zone. Very impressive run by Triple and by Olathe North.
Yeah, you know, their Triplet, he just really jumped over. As soon as he hit the ground, his wheels just started turning, and they're following after Darren Sproles, who did play for Olathe North. Darren Sproles was not much of a big player, but he was very fast and very elusive, so they're kind of following after the former player.
Sproles now, he played 4 years at K-State, I believe, and now he plays in the NFL, I think.
He does indeed. I know he does play, or at least he used to play, for the Saints, and there you do see a Saints jersey with Sproles 43 in the stands here.
Let's get on our feet for the kickoff.
So here the kickoff will be coming, going back deep for the Lancers. There are two of those players back deep to receive the kick. Here number 82 kicking off for Olathe North, Evan Aguero. So here the here the kickoff is high, sailing from right to left, taken at about the 15-yard line by the Lancers, breaks it open, and taken down on the play about the 35-yard line there. Nice, solid return.
It's a very solid return for the Lancers, and the difference that you're seeing on these returns is that the Lancers will have 15 yards on their return rush, but they're getting the ball still back at the 15-yard line, the 20-yard line, and so they have a lot farther to go. Olathe North is continually getting the ball around their 40 or 45, and that is making it a lot easier for them to just march down into the end zone like they just did.
So here you'll be seeing the Lancers one wide out to the right side, bringing more men inside to try to defend against some of that rush there. Linebacker bringing up off that right side, and just nice job there by that linebacker, kind of sneaking up along that right side tight end or a tackle, and they're just shooting the gap.
And again, I'm just not seeing a place where rushing middle is really helping the Lancers right now, except to open up themselves for wide rushes down the sides of the field, because they're just able to get minimal gain down the middle, mostly because Olathe North is so big and they're able to just take down these players.
There, Christian Blessing dropping back to pass, looking over the middle and wide open, and can't quite hold on to it, just barely sailing over the fingertips there of number 24, Sam Huffman. That's something we've seen fairly consistently, Christian Blessing overthrowing wide receivers.
Yeah, and you know, I think that's just something that he's going to have to work on, is that relationship with his wide receivers, so that he knows where they are and he knows how to lay it out there, maybe so that there's just a little bit more of an arc on his pass so that they can get under it more. Because right now he's throwing those bullet passes that are just always a little bit long, and his receivers are never able to get under them with their hands.
Yeah, there's Sam Huffman not being able to use his speed to try to get under that ball, like you said. So Christian Blessing maybe need to take a little speed off that ball and aiming a bit more. Here the Lancers with 3rd and 7 on the play from the 40-yard line. Christian Blessing once again dropping back to pass, looking on that screen to that right side. And it's going to be a short gain on the play. Not quite sure about that call. Not sure how many yards a screen will really get you.
Yeah, and again, we're just seeing the Lancers not exactly playing with the same amount of intelligence that they have been playing with throughout the rest of the season. You know, you've seen them using that triple option play to really be smart about what they're doing, and you've seen Blesson really making great decisions out there. And right now, they're just not able to use that same type of intelligence and figure out exactly what to do as well.
So here the Lancers once again will be punting. Julia, what would you be looking for Lancers to do differently here to try to get a punt off this time?
You know, I hope that they just are able to give some more time like that. And there's a much deeper punt that we're seeing. Very good at the 15-yard line.
And their triplet being rushed down on the play. Broken tackle there and tries to hop him again. And their number 44 for the Lancers, that's going to be Kyle Ball with that great defensive save there.
And you know, like we've said before, triplet is very small, and Kyle Ball, meanwhile, is one of the bigger players on the East team, and it's almost comical to see how triplet basically leaped into Ball's arms there. He did a great job of just wrapping himself around triplet and bringing him down to the ground.
There you know, Kyle Ball there. He is pretty big, 6'2", 225 pounds. He already has 35 solo tackles through 3 games for Lancers. That is massive. He does lead the team there, and there, instead of breaking down and going onto his knees, he stood up straight so to make sure that triplet could not jump over him.
And Ball is a very smart player for the Lancers, and he's only a junior, so he has a lot of time still left with this team, which is great to see out of a defensive player.
There, Murphy keeping the ball, breaking through a couple of tackles, and nice saving tackle there by, 41, Mitchell Tyler there. It looks like Murphy could have broken that wide open if Mitchell Tyler had not made that tackle.
And you know, you saw a lot of the Lancers defense shift towards this side of the field closest to us, because they saw that fake again, because Murphy's doing such a good job of faking tonight. And it was good to see that saving tackle, because with that much of the team shifted over to the left side of the field, that could have been very easy for Olathe North to just bust wide open.
So here Olathe North is going to be at 2nd and 2 from the 35-yard line. 9 minutes, 37 seconds left to go in this second quarter. Handoff going to number 5, Venus Triplet, and taken down on the play by 17 for the Lancers, Luis Adame.
Adame did a great job. It looked like he just came out of nowhere, obviously broke some type of block extremely well, just came around off the blind side of Murphy and did of Triplet, did a great job of tripping him up.
So here it's going to be about 3rd and 4 or 5 for Olathe North. There you saw a great job, great penetration by the Lancers defensive line. They're shooting through those gaps and getting right to the running back. So we'll have to see if they can do that again here with 3rd and 4 for Olathe North. 2 wide receivers to that left side. Their quarterback keeper going to the left side, breaks through the left side, and it looks like he is going to be taken down on the play by the Lancers. 41, Mitchell Tyler.
And Tyler doing an excellent job there, really using his acceleration to get down and under Murphy so that he was able to grab him at the knees and take him straight down where he could not get that extra yard or 2 of gain that would have given him the first down.
So here it's going to be really interesting. 4th and 2. Would you be going for it here pretty deep in your own territory?
Well, obviously now we're seeing the special teams coming out for Olathe North, but personally with how well Murphy has been doing with both running and passing tonight, I would take the risk as Olathe North. You're up early in the game. You've been showing yourself as being extremely strong on the offensive front. I would have tried it.
So here the Lancers will be looking back deep to receive this punt, although they are going to have to watch for the fake, although it would be pretty deep. And so there is going to be a timeout, it looks like, going to Olathe North. Or excuse me, a delay of game by Olathe North. Not quite sure about that call. Not sure really why they went for that delay of game, or if maybe they just didn't notice it.
Possibly they were trying to get into better punt position, but I can't really see how that would help them. It just moves up the East running back.
So there you see a bad snap on the play, and blocked on the play by number 44 for Lancers, Kyle Ball. And he is going to try to dive on it, but it just sails out of the end zone. Great block by Kyle Ball. So that is going to be a safety on the play going to the Lancers, and they will punt off, or excuse me, Olathe North will punt off to the Lancers. And here we're going to go to a really quick instant replay of that blocked punt.
Possibly
so here you do see the Lancers lining up against this punt. Number 35 is back deep to punt it for Olathe North.
And just a high snap there.
There you see Kyle Ball just sprinting into the end zone, sliding, and can't quite handle that punt. And that was number 35 who had the kick block, Jesse Kendricks, for Olathe North.
And really seeing some great strength from the Lancers defense. Really, that kind of intensity and aggression was missing earlier on in the game. It's great to see them showing that now. So now Olathe North will line up on the 20-yard line. This is excellent punt position for the Lancers. This is going to give them a lot more time and space because they will be further up, closer to Olathe North territory.
Yeah, you know, that definitely shifts the line of scrimmage much farther up. Instead of lining up at about his 5, maybe end zone yard line, number 24, Sam Huffman, is instead lining up at the 35-yard line, which would already be great starting position, and he's probably going to get the punt at about the 35-yard line, or excuse me, the kickoff.
So round. And it looks like a giant styrofoam poofy ball.
So here the kickoff will be coming a high sailing kick taken at about the 42-yard line there, going to the left side, and Lancers are going to get it about 50-yard line. Really best field position I've seen from them all night.
And again, that's what putting some pressure on the special teams can do when the kicking unit is out there and you see defensive players like Kyle Ball taking advantage of something like a high snap. You can really see these plays turned around, and the Lancers have great field position now.
I'm serious. What is this? Oh my, I know what it is. Guys, this isn't science.
So here the Lancers will be getting field position at about the 50-yard line. 2 wide receivers going out to the right side, 1 running back in the backfield alongside Christian Blessing. There, Christian Blessing, quarterback keeper, breaks it through the right side behind a blocker and takes it for 15 yards on the play. Great quarterback keep there by Christian Blessing.
Again, you're seeing his rushing ability. He really can make a quick play there. Only a little bit of hesitation as he rounded the corner of his pocket and then just immediately took it down the side of the field. And again, that's where I think that spreading the field really helps the Lancers. When they go out towards the sides, it's harder for Olathe North to cover every player, and they're able to do a good job of blocking and get more yards off of their possession.
So there, Christian Blessing this time hands it to Luke Taylor, who stays on his feet and breaks it for about 8 to 9 yards there on the play. Good job of staying on his feet.
And again, the Lancers' offense is chipping away. You know, in their first games, when we were using the term chipping away, we were only meaning 3 to 4 yards. They were doing a lot of rushing for just short gains. Now you're seeing those short gains become longer and longer as their running backs and their wide receivers are getting better at using their blocks and using their legs to power through tackles.
So there you saw Christian Blessing on yet another quarterback keeper there, taking it all the way down to the 20-yard line for yet another first down on the game. Here's 7 minutes, 3 seconds left to go in this second quarter. Lancers do trail 14-9. There, that handoff going through the right side, and it's going to be a short gain on the play or possibly a short loss.
Looks like they're marking it as a no gain on that possession. So the Lancers will take another look at this field position.
Here's 2nd and 10 for Lancers, as you did mention, 2 slot backs. There, Christian Blessing sending one player in motion, giving the handoff, or excuse me, the pitch, number 41, Mitchell Tyler, breaks through the spin and spins through the arms of number 15, and there is going to be a fumble on the play, it looks like. But it's going to stay with the Lancers, I do believe.
Yeah, I think that fumble happened after he was already down.
Number 15, Jameel Brown there with the attempted tackle that looks like Mitchell Tyler just spun through his arms.
You know, he did a great job of breaking that tackle, but it's hard when you're that far into your backfield to really make anything out of that, because the time that it takes for you to break that tackle is enough time for another defensive lineman or linebacker to come in and make a tackle and stop you.
So here it's going to be 3rd and 12 for the Lancers from the 22-yard line. Sam Huffman going in motion for Lancers. Handoff up the middle once again for another short yardage play. Not quite sure about that. It seems like they're just keeping on going straight up the middle when they really need 10 or 12 yards.
Yeah, and, you know, I'm seeing a continued theme here is that whenever the Lancers are getting stuck, they're having issues because they're only going up the middle of the field. They're only putting it into their backfield. They're not trying to spread the field. They're not trying to swing it over to their left side, which is right now wide open because the line of scrimmage and where the ball is placed has pushed them over so far onto the right side of the field.
So here it's going to be 4th and 10, and there is going to be a timeout going to Olathe North. So at this time, we'd like to take a quick second to thank our sponsors, Bank of Prairie Village and Booker T Sports Reports.
Timeout, Olathe.
Welcome to the Harbinger Online.
Booker T Sports Reports, providing all of your sports stats needs. Tonight's broadcast has been brought to you by the Bank of Prairie Village, member FDIC. Located at 75th and Mission, it's where the Lancers go to bank.
Hello and welcome back to the Shawnee Mission East Harbinger Online, and there you did see that pass fall incomplete, so that is going to be a takeover on downs, I do believe.
And you saw really great pass coverage there from the Olathe North players doing a great job of shutting down that pass. They obviously knew that the Lancers were going to have to pass on 4th and 10 for a first down, so it was great coverage there by Olathe North, and they will get the ball back.
Here it looks like Olathe North sending in their offensive team there. Murphy leading his team onto the field, except for those 2 players who do play both sides of the ball. It looks like that's number 16 for Olathe North, Chaz Burgess, alongside possibly number 81, Josh Moore.
So there, Murphy taking the snap, giving it to Triplett once again, and broken down on the play by the Lancers. Nice defensive stop there. Looks like the tackle was made by number 42 for Lancers, Ryan Carter.
And it really looked like Triplett there just had difficulty getting past his own blockers because the Lancers did a great job of squeezing in from both sides, putting a lot of pressure on him early on.
So here it's going to be 2nd and 9 for Olathe North. Their interesting story, Ryan Carter, he was out last week, and some people weren't sure if he would play this week, but there you see him assisting on that tackle.
He's definitely playing well. I know they wanted to be cautious with him because of his injury. Definitely don't want to see a senior miss out on their entire last season just because they decide to push it for one game or for one practice. And so they were being very cautious with him, making sure that he had enough time to get healed before they put him back in a game so that he wouldn't miss out on this last season.
Yeah, and just once again, we'd like to thank the PTA from Shawnee Mission East. They really do help to make these broadcasts possible by being able to help us write a grant for one of those hotspots that do help to give us Wi-Fi for these broadcasts to help bring them to you.
Gagliano and Garrett Larson, sophomores Aaron Buckner, Quentin Golden, and Andrew Owens, and freshman Caitlin Foster.
Here you see that one wide receiver out to the right side, or excuse me, it looks like one wide out to the right side, one kind of closer into the formation there with Murphy in the backfield alongside number 5, Venus Triplett. Lancers send, looks like 4 down linemen along with a linebacker on that left side. Quarterback looks over to pass to number 42 and just wrapped up on the play, but he breaks open through the tackle there. Just looks like the Lancers there, Mitchell Tyler trying to arm grab him and can't quite make the full tackle.
And there I think you just see the Lancers underestimating their opponent and not getting low enough on their tackle so that they can take down that running back, and that's really a mistake. You have to get down low on those tackles so that you can trip them up, not just try to use your arms and be able to take them down from the chest or the stomach.
I know Lancers just need to make sure that they get in that good form. They need to break down, look at the chest and the stomach of the runner and not focus on his legs, because the legs are what's going to lie, and just make sure that they do not get faked out. So if they can do that, I think they're going to be very successful. So there you see that screen going over to number 22, and Lancers just wrapped up on the play by number 6, Charlie White.
And now you can see the punting team coming on for Olathe North. This has been the first solid 3-and-out stop that we have seen from the Lancers tonight, and it's really good to see them turning up their defense, using it well, and figuring out how to stop this very strong Olathe North rushing game.
So here you do see number 6 back deep to receive it, Charlie White. We'll see if number 44 for Lancers, Kyle Ball, can possibly get some sort of block once again. And there you see a bit better of a kick this time. And there it goes, high sailing, and it's going to bounce and take a high Olathe North bounce and be taken down at about the 48-yard line of the Lancers.
And so now the Lancers, for the second time in a row, have pretty good field position starting out, definitely better than they were getting earlier on in the game.
So we'll have to see if here the Lancers can convert. 3 minutes, 8 seconds left to go. Julie, what would you be looking for the Lancers to do here and possibly their last drive of the half?
I've been saying all night, I'm going to say it again. I just want to see them try something other than rushing it up the middle, because whenever they have, they've been extremely successful. Yes, they've had some dropped passes. Yes, Blesson has not been extremely accurate tonight yet, but I just don't think they're giving him enough time to warm up in those short passes, and especially if you give those short passes to Mitch Tyler or Luke Taylor, they can do great things with them.
There, that handoff going up the middle to Luke Taylor, so that's going to be a short gain of about 2 on the play. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 or 9 for the Lancers from the 50-yard line. There, the Lancers sending one wide receiver out to that left side. Number 41, Mitchell Tyler, going in motion, going to that sweep to that to Luke Taylor, and just wrapped up on the play.
Lancers really struggling with that toss tonight. Just seems that going into their backfield has caused them some difficulties, mostly because Olathe North is just doing a great job of breaking through their offensive line and being able to get back there and stop running backs right at the line of scrimmage.
So here it's going to be 3rd and 8 for Lancers as Christian Blesson brings in the call coming from new coach Dustin Delaney, possibly going to go for something that we've usually seen, a rush up the middle, or maybe going to break this open and go to a pass. There you do see number 34 running out to the left side and checking his position. And there Lancers quarterback Christian Busson drops back to pass. Halftime tipped over on the play and just almost intercepted there on the play. Just really close, almost a double or triple catch there. And Sam Huffman breaking that pass up.
Number 24, Sam Huffman. Brings up a 4th down for Shawnee Mission East.
And now you're going to see the Lancers bring out their punting team. Really disappointing for the Lancers to see they had a great opportunity there, and Huffman just bobbled that pass. It went straight into his hands and his chest. Perfect position for him to have caught that ball, gotten the first down, and continue the Lancers' progression down the field.
Looks like that ball was possibly tipped, so maybe it didn't go quite where he was expecting it, and then tipped off his hands, and then tipped off another guy's hands, so kind of an interesting play there. So there you see the punt, nice high sailing kick that's going to bounce out of bounds at about the, looks like they're going to bring it up to about the 15 or 16 yard line, I would say.
And again, that's a problem that we've been seeing with the Lancers on their punting. I mean, they obviously are having difficulties with weakness in punting, but they've also been having difficulties throughout the season with punting out of bounds, which is very interesting to see from this team.
Yeah, I know it's something where really if he could have kicked that maybe a bit farther there, he looks like he lost about 10 to 15 yards in length just because he couldn't quite hit it straight. So they're going to be taking over at about the 25-yard line instead of the 15-yard line.
And that really would have been huge for the Lancers if they could have put Olathe North back on their heels at the 15-yard line, so close to their own end zone.
So here, 1 minute, 48 seconds left to go in this first half. Number 12, the wide receiver out to the right alongside, being defended by number 24, Sam Huffman of the Lancers. There, the quarterback just being sacked on the play. Great play there by number 44 for the Lancers, Kyle Ball.
And the quarterback is definitely, Murphy, you can see, is slow to get up from that. I think most people are slow to get up from a Kyle Ball tackle when he just decides to lay you out. And you see there the Lancers are not getting as confused and tripped up by the Olathe North fakes where Murphy is using a quarterback keep and faking a pass. And, you know, I think that's really good for the Lancers for them to be able to see that kind of deception and to just see right through it. That's going to help their defense a lot.
Here as Olathe North takes a timeout, so are we. We'd like to take a quick second to thank our sponsors, Bank of Prairie Village and Booker T Sports Reports.
Welcome to the Harbinger Online.
Booker T Sports Reports, providing all of your sports stats needs. Tonight's broadcast has been brought to you by the Bank of Prairie Village, member FDIC. Located at 75th and Mission, it's where the Lancers go to bank.
Hello and welcome back to the Shawnee Mission East Harbinger Online live broadcast featuring the Shawnee Mission East Lancers against the Olathe North Eagles. Here you have a 2nd and 13, 1 minute, 30 seconds left to go. Going to the handoff to Venus Triplet, just taken down on the play by the Lancers. Looks like that was number either 6 or 8 on the play, so that was going to be number 6, Charlie White with the tackle.
7-yard gain.
And there you saw Triplet. It looked like he was getting into his zone where he was going to just be able to break open the Lancers defense, as he's been doing a lot tonight. And it was a very good job by White to be able to just get down in there and tackle him and use that stop so that now they do not have as short of a play to make.
Yeah, you know, I was pretty worried that we were going to see kind of almost famous now Venus Triplet hurdle where he just jumped over Charlie White, but nice job there of Charlie White being able to make that perfect form tackle.
And, you know, we're almost seeing Triplet try to use that too much tonight. You know, it was very effective the first time. The second time he tried to hurdle Kyle Ball, which I don't think anyone in their right mind would try to do. And now I think that he's going to have to use more trickery on his feet and on the ground than just trying to jump over people, because that definitely is a very dangerous move to make as a running back, to put yourself up in the air like that.
So here you're going to be seeing 3rd and 6 for Olathe North, and there the Lancers did take a timeout previously, maybe trying to save some clock for themselves. Venus Triplet taking the ball up the middle and just being form tackled and taken down on the play by number 22 for the Lancers, Ryder Terry.
By number 5, Venus Triplet. Tackle was made by number 44, Kyle Ball.
And, you know, kind of interesting story. Ryder Terry, one of the few sophomores on the team, especially who's playing varsity, and he's pretty small. He's only 5'6", 148 pounds.
Yeah, and you know, you see Ryder, he's very small in stature, but he is built, he is all muscle, and when he decides that he's going to take someone down, he's very effective good tackler. He knows how to get low. And again, just like several other players on this East team, he knows how to use his body, what he has, to his advantage, and he knows how to take down players. Really great to see from the smaller players on the Lancer team that they can still use what they have.
And there you do see Olathe North take yet another delay of game penalty, but this time it was on purpose, trying to run down that clock as much as possible. Here, they're only going to give the Lancers 42 seconds left to go in this first half to work with.
And now we'll see if the Lancers can work yet again their magic when they have just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Here you see that kick, or excuse me, the hit once again going pretty high, and just a high sailing kick. Charlie White is going to back up, but he is going to back off of it, so it's going to sail all the way down to about the 35-yard line of the Lancers. So here, 31 seconds left to go. 1st and 10 for Lancers from their own 35-yard line. Julia, what would you be looking for Lancers to do?
You know, with as little time as they have left, obviously the Lancers are going to have to use their sidelines now because they have to get out of bounds as much as possible to stop this clock. They've been using a lot of timeouts already, so I'm not sure how many they even have left. So right now, they're going to need to be focusing on using their sidelines well, and Blesson is really going to have to produce here. He's been struggling with accuracy tonight, and he's really going to have to start hitting his receivers and making those plays.
There, Christian Blesson with that fake pitch, looking back to pass. Mitchell Tyler breaks it open on that right side, wide open along the sideline there with a nice gain on the play, and neither team has any timeouts left, so as he did go out of bounds in the first down, they're going to have a very short stoppage of clock.
And again, that's exactly what we're looking for from the Lancers. Quick pass, get it to the sideline and get out of bounds, get your 10 yards.
So here it's going to be 19 seconds left to go, and it looks like the referees are calling possibly for a timeout. We're going to have to see what they do call here. Looks like possibly the referees are resetting the ball. 19 seconds left to go in this first half. And, you know, as we did mention last week, they had a thriller game. 3 seconds left to go. They made it 36 yards. And a long pass play takes about 7 to 8 seconds. So it looks like they maybe have time for 2, possibly 3 plays here.
And it's just going to take another big play like we saw last week. It's interesting to see if high school players have the accuracy to deliver that.
And there it looks like Christian Blesson completes the pass, and just kind of being roughed up on the play. It's possibly going to be Mitchell Tyler. Couldn't quite see who did receive that. And although that was a long pass, it really only gained them about 5 yards, and the clock is running.
Yeah, and Blesson, you know, he just took it so far back. I don't think the Lancers are going to get the snap off in time.
Not quite sure what they're doing, because it looks like for some reason they stopped the clock. Maybe the referees didn't want that clock running. Oh, it looks like there is a penalty on the play, and it's going to be a face mask against Olathe North. So that's going to give the Lancers an easy 15 yards and probably some time added back onto the clock, as there you see it go back up to 8 seconds.
Yeah, and that is huge for the Lancers. And, you know, I'm not surprised by that because we have seen a lot of roughness out of this game tonight. And we have seen on that last play, Olathe North really just going after the East running back, you know, just coming tackle after tackle after tackle. It's not surprising that there wasn't a little extra something in there.
So here the Lancers are going to be sending, for one of the first times, 2 wide receivers out to the left side. One of those is going to be number 41, Mitchell Tyler, along with, I believe, number 84 for Lancers, Will Mitchell, one of those other seniors. There, Christian Blesson looking to get that call coming in from Dustin Delaney into the play. Here with only one slot back this time, Christian Blesson drops back to pass, looks left, looks straight over the center, and kind of tipped up and almost intercepted on the play. They're not too great of accuracy, but the Lancers do have 3 seconds left, although there is an Olathe North injury on the field.
And that does not look good. This Olathe North player is very limp down on the field. He's grabbing his knee. It's not good to see.
As we go to this injury timeout, we would like to take another second to thank our sponsors, Bank of Prairie Village and Booker T Sports Reports.
Booker T Sports Reports, providing all of your sports stats needs. Tonight's broadcast has been brought to you by the Bank of Prairie Village, member FDIC. Located at 75th and Mission, it's where the Lancers go to bank.
Oh, you already know what we gonna do. Hey. Well, if you guessing it's me, you guessed correctly. I just stay with a stallion. You would swear I wasn't equestrian. I'ma hit her with that pipe. Call that Nancy Kerrigan. All we do is pour it up all night, drinks out. And all we pour it up all night, drinks out. Strange clouds.
Hello and welcome back to the Shawnee Mission East Harbinger Online Live broadcast. And there you did hear, or excuse me, you couldn't hear, but we did hear some few choice words from some coaches up here as Olathe North was talking to their players, but the Lancers were not being allowed to talk to their players, so there's a bit of confusion, but the injury is walking off the field. So Lancers are going to have 3 seconds left to go. Christian Blessing drops back to pass, looking to work a little bit of magic, evades one rusher, and they're getting a nice big block on the play, throws it deep into the end zone, kind of high spiraling, and just sails out of bounds. Looks like he overthrew his wide receiver once again.
And you know, there you can definitely tell that the student section for East was hoping for yet another miracle play from Christian Blessing. He had almost the exact same field position, was going for almost the exact same place to take his throw from. Really just looked almost identical to that final play of the game last week. So a little bit of a disappointment to not see it be made, but yet again, Hail Marys normally don't work twice in a row.
He will be here. We will be bringing you the second half of live action in about 20 minutes. For Shawnee Mission East Harbinger Online Live Broadcasting, this is Andrew McKittrick alongside Julia Poe.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to direct your attention to the football field for the 2013 Olathe North Homecoming Coronation Ceremony, recognizing the 2013 Homecoming Royalty Court. Congratulations to all of the royalty nominees. Each Olathe North Advisory class nominated representatives, and the student body voted to narrow down the nominees to the 14 in front of you tonight. At this time, we would like to present Alyssa Cleansing, who is Miss Kansas Teen USA of 2013. On December 2nd of 2012, Alyssa was crowned the new Miss Kansas Teen USA. She also received the Best Evening Gown in the preliminary competition. Alyssa's win is even more meaningful to her since this was her second time competing for the title. She is excited about her future and plans to redeem her past scholarship to attend Lindenwood University, majoring in biology, and hopes to one day promote respect and conservation of all marine life. Alyssa is excited to begin her journey and is enjoying every second representing the great state of Kansas. She will be crowning our king and queen this evening. And now presenting your freshman homecoming court, Luke Patry and Madeline Courtham. Luke is being escorted by Brian and Lori Patry, At Olathe North, Luke is involved in the sports medicine program in baseball. The person that most inspires Luke is his pitching coach, Brian Holman, because he pushes Luke to be his best and motivates him to keep getting better. Luke's favorite quote is, "All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them," from Walt Disney. Madeline is being escorted by Wendy and Jason Walden. At Olathe North, she is involved in soccer. Madeline's favorite quote is, "Treat others the way you would like to be treated." Let's hear it for our freshman homecoming corps. And now presenting the sophomore class for Daniel Baker and Madison Murphy. Daniel is being escorted by his dad, Doug Baker, and his mom, Debbie Baker. At Olathe North, he is involved in basketball and baseball. Daniel's biggest inspiration is his grandma, because she was the strongest person he knew, and she always told him he could do anything if he set his mind to it. His favorite quote is, "If you want something you've never had, you have to do what you've never done." Also sophomore court, Madison Murphy. Madison is being escorted by Jerry Murphy. At Olathe North, Madison plays the clarinet in the marching band. In the future, Madison plans to study business at the University of Kansas. Her favorite quote is, "Begin with the end in mind." Let's hear it for your sophomore court. And now for your junior royalty court. Junior Venus Triplett. Venus is being escorted by his father, Venus Triplett Sr. At Olathe North, he is involved in football and track. His teachers are his inspiration, especially Miss Bloomer, because they put up with him every day. In the future, Venus plans to play football in college and the NFL. The quote that he lives by is, "Tomorrow is never a promise." Sophomore Tanisha Sharp. Tanisha is being escorted by Terrence Tapp and her parents, Amy Sharp and Dale Sharp. At Olathe North, Tanisha is involved in sports medicine and basketball. Tanisha is inspired by life because it's something to live for. In the future, Tanisha plans to be successful in whatever she chooses to do, and her favorite quote is Hakuna Matata. Let's hear it for your junior royalty court. And now introducing your senior king and queen candidates. Toby Belay, Kelsey McLaughlin, Lauren Smith, Lexus Stelting, Jack Chalfant, Cody O'Brien, Riley Schumacher, and Jimmy Swain. Introducing senior king candidate Jack Chalfant. Jack is being escorted by his parents, Dan and Brian Chalfant. At Olathe North, Jack is involved in varsity soccer. The person who has most inspired Jack is his father, who inspires him by being so cool and so funny. All Jack wants in life is to be back him. What he does for his family doesn't go unnoticed. He says, "I love you, Dad." His favorite quote is, "Realizing success won't always have a big neon sign pointing you in the right direction. Prosperity comes when you act freely and instinctively." From Jalen Walker. Senior queen candidate Toby Belay. Toby is being escorted by her parents, Julie and Boomy Belay, and little brother, Tolu. At Olathe North, she is varsity cheer captain, a SASH officer, NHS vice president, senior class representative, and link crew commissioner. Toby is inspired by Oprah Winfrey because she is one of the most successful women in the world, and she wants to be as accomplished as her. Her favorite quote is, "One day your life will flash before your eyes. Make sure that it's worth watching." Senior king candidate Cody O'Brien is being escorted by Pat and Julie O'Brien. At Olathe North, Cody plays baseball, is a link crew leader, and leads the student section. Mr. Walton inspires Cody because he is a wonderful teacher and an even better person. His awesomeness inspires Cody to be the best he can be every day. A quote he lives by is, "Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it." Senior queen candidate Kelsey McLaughlin is being escorted by her mom, Julie McLaughlin, and her dad, Daniel McLaughlin. At Olathe North, Kelsey is cross-country team captain, runs track, is student council secretary, and is a member of Geosciences, Link Crew, NHS, and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. In the future, Kelsey plans to attend the University of Tampa and major in marine sciences. Her favorite quote is, "You got your own style, now let it come through. And remember, no matter what, you got to be you. Senior King candidate Riley Schumacher is being escorted by his parents, Carrie and Scott Schumacher. At Olathe North, Riley is involved in soccer, tennis, and sports medicine. Next year, Riley plans on joining the tradition of the University of Kansas. He is inspired by everyone who lives their lives without caring what others think of them and have the courage to always be themselves no matter what the haters say. Senior Queen candidate Lauren Smith is being escorted by her mom, Christina Smith, and dad, Sean Smith. At Olathe North, she is a SAS officer, vice president for senior leadership, and involved in Eagle Service Club, National Honor Society, and Link Group. Her mom inspires her because she works hard for not only herself, but for their family. She is the mother Lauren wants to be. A quote she lives by is, "You define your own life. Don't let other people write your life story for you." Senior King candidate Jimmy Swain is being escorted by Aretha Jackson. At Olathe North, he is on the football and track team. In the future, Jimmy plans on attending Texas Christian University. A quote Jimmy lives by is, "Strength does not come from winning. Your struggles develop your strength. When you go through hardships and decide not to surrender, that is strength." From Arnold Schwarzenegger. Senior Queen candidate Lexa Stelting is being escorted by her parents, Melanie and Dawn Stelting. At Olathe North, she plays basketball. She is inspired by her mother because she is the most kind-hearted and beautiful woman she knows. She supports Lexa in everything she does, and she can count on her for anything. In the future, she plans on attending Southern Nazarene University and majoring in criminal justice. Her favorite quote is, "I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength," from Philippians 4:13. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we now present the 2013 Olathe North Freshman Homecoming attendants, Luke Patry and Madeline Korkamp. Congratulations to Luke and Madeline. Next, presenting the 2013 Sophomore Homecoming attendants, Daniel Baker and Madison Murphy. Congratulations to Daniel and Madison. Next, presenting the 2013 Junior Homecoming attendants, Venus Triplett and Tanisha Sharp. Congratulations, Venus and Tanisha. And now, may we present to you the 2013 Olathe North Homecoming King. This year's Homecoming King is Mr. Cody O'Brien. Congratulations to Cody and his senior attendants, Jack Chalfant, Riley Schumacher, and Jimmy Swain. Let's hear it one more time for Cody, your Homecoming King. And now may we present to you the 2013 Olathe North Homecoming Queen. The 2013 Homecoming Queen is Miss Lexa Stelting. Congratulations to Lexa and her senior attendants, Toby Belay, Kelsey McLaughlin, and Lauren Smith. Let's hear it one more time for Lexa Stelting, your Homecoming Queen of 2013. So there you have it, your 2013 Olathe North Homecoming Court, led by Homecoming Queen Lexa Stelting and Homecoming King Cody O'Brien and their attendants. Let's hear it one more time for your entire Homecoming Court. the Olathe North students and staff for a great homecoming week. The homecoming class spirit trophy competition was fierce this year, with the juniors taking 4th place, the sophomores taking 3rd place, the freshmen taking 2nd place, and this year's spirit trophy winners, your Olathe North senior class. We would like to thank you for supporting Olathe North in our homecoming in 2013. Please don't forget to stick around after the game tonight to watch the Screamin' Eagle Marching Band and Eaglettes, who will perform their full competition show after the game. Thank you very much. forget that tonight, after the game, the Olathe North Screaming Eagle Marching Band and Eaglettes Dance Team will be performing their full halftime show. Once again, at the conclusion of tonight's game, the Olathe North Screaming Eagle Marching Band and Eaglettes Dance Team will be performing their full halftime show. Thank you.
Hello and welcome back to the Shawnee Mission East Harbinger Online Live broadcast featuring the Shawnee Mission East Lancers against the Olathe North Eagles. This is Andrew McKittrick here alongside Julia. Julia, how do you think the first half went for the Lancers?
You know, at first I was very excited for the Lancers. They did a great job in their first possession, really working down the field, scored an early touchdown. It looked like it was going to be a really high-scoring game. Then their offense just kind of petered off. You know, they really struggled to get anything past that, and that was a real difficulty to see from them. You know, that was really difficult to see from them. They were struggling with their offense, and at the same time, they were struggling to stop Triplett, the strongest runner from their team, along with a lot of good rushing from Murphy, their quarterback.
Yeah, you know, it seems like kind of the Lancers have been stuck in a bit of a rut there. Keep on going to that rush straight up the middle. Not quite sure how much it's got on them. And then on the other side, Venus Triplett, they just keep on faking out the Lancers. They've done a very good job. Murphy has an extremely quality fake. He just fakes me out almost every time he holds onto the ball instead of giving it to Triplett, because I just assume it's going to go to Triplett every time.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen the Lancers do a good job of shutting Triplett down. Later on in this game, they did a really good job of stopping him at the line of scrimmage, but that was just often opening up Murphy for more rushes, so it's interesting to see what they're going to do to stop that in the second half.
And you know, it's also interesting, we haven't really seen too much passing from either team. Lancers, they've maybe attempted one, maybe a couple of passes, mostly screens, not too much going deep, except for towards the end of the game. And really, Olathe North didn't attempt too many passes either, so we'll have to see if that kind of changes, or if maybe the balance between rushing and passes stays the same, kind of.
And that's really not surprising to see both of these teams lead the Sunflower League in rushing as far as individual players. You have the quarterback and a running back from both teams leading the team. That would be Murphy and Triplett.
Okay.
Murphy and Triplett would be the ones leading it for Olathe North, and then Luke Taylor and Blesson lead it for Shawnee Mission East.
And you know, the Lancers, they're definitely going to also have to pick up some of that defensive struggle. They do trail here 14-9, and that was really a very exciting play. I would say to get those 2 points, you know, something you don't see too often, that blocked punt going for a safety, giving the Lancers that nice 2 points, although Kyle Ball couldn't quite fall on it for a touchdown.
And you know, I'm feeling that this is going to end up being another close game, similar to last week, although hopefully not with as intense and close of an ending as last week. But you know, those 2 points are going to count later on in this third and fourth quarter.
Here with this kickoff coming to you, we'll be back in a second.
And away from 81.
Olathe North fans, let's get on our feet for the kickoff.
Hello and welcome back to the Shawnee Mission News Harbinger Online Live broadcast. There you saw a great play by the Lancers there. Kind of a mental error of Olathe North there. The kick sailed long enough to where the Lancers could grab it untouched and just take control of that ball. So here, they're going to get stayed. I don't know what I was going to say there. They're going to get ecstatic field position maybe.
And you know what? I'd like to make a shout out. That was our fellow Harbinger, Will Oakley, our Harbinger member, Will Oakley. He is the sports desk for both print and online for the Harbinger, a junior, great player, and also a great Harbinger staffer.
So here the Lancers are going to be taking over 1st and 10 from the Olathe North 27-yard line here as we start off this third quarter with a very exciting play there. Christian Blessing going to the handoff. Luke Taylor off that left side for a short gain on the play. Looks like it's going to be a gain of about 1 or 2.
1 yard gain, number 40, Luke Taylor. Tackle was made by number 71, Chase Miller. Second down, Shawnee.
So here it's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Lancers. There, Christian Blessing keeping the quarterback keeper, gives to the pitch, number 24, Sam Huffman, with a huge block on that left side. Looks like it could have been a holding on Sam Huffman there on that, or excuse me, Mitchell Tyler on that left side, but looks like it's going to be clean for possibly a first down.
The Lancers lining up with just minimal yards needed to get this first down.
Looks like it's going to be about, looks like they are possibly going to call, or excuse me, looks like they're going to be here bringing the chain gang onto the field to see if it was a first down. Looks like it's going to be very close to a first down. So it looks like it is going to be a couple of inches short, maybe a couple of lengths here, leaving the Lancers short on the play. So here Olathe North bringing in that extra defensive lineman, number 73, to try to clog up that middle on the play.
So now it'll be 3rd and very short for the Lancers.
40, Luke Taylor is just short of a first down.
Looks like they need maybe an inch or 2 on the play, so I would expect to see Christian Blessing on the quarterback keeper here up middle, but we'll have to see if he does end up falling behind some of those big offensive linemen. Here, 1 wide receiver to the right, 1 to the left, 2 slot backs as we usually see. Christian Blessing runs up the middle. Looks like he's just going to be shoved back on the play.
And again, the Lancers are in no man's land, so you can expect them to go for this on 4th and short.
So here it looks like it's going to be a loss of about a yard, possibly 2, or maybe with forward progress, not even that. So it's going to be very close. 4th down here for the Lancers.
Tackle was made by number 71, Chase Miller. Brings up a 4th down for Shawnee Mission East.
Here, 11 minutes, 10 seconds, just the very start of this third quarter. If you're tuning the Lancers were able to get a kickoff return where they were able to steal that kickoff from Olathe North. So there you see the pitch going to number 41. Mitchell Tyler breaks it open. Looks like it's going to be very close to the first down. Looks like it is going to be a first down according to that spot.
1 yard run by number 41, Mitchell Tyler.
But they are once again going to be bringing out this chain gang to try to measure this ball. Here as they measure it again, we're going to take a very quick second to thank our sponsors, Bank of Prairie Village and Booker T Sports Reports.
Welcome to the Harbinger Online.
Booker T Sports Reports, providing all of your sports stats needs.
Hello and welcome back, and there you didn't see it, but the Lancers did get that first down just barely by the tip of the football. So here Lancers are going to be 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line.
They've got great field position here on 1st down. Expecting to see Christian Blessing looking to the end zone soon, but they'll probably try to run it a couple times to get closer.
So there, the Lancers going even farther. They're trying to push for a first down. Looks like it's going to be 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line.
That's one of the first times tonight that I've seen really pushing it up the middle has worked very well for the Lancers. Almost got a touchdown off of that drive. Beautiful drive down the center.
So here, once again, another defensive lineman coming in for Olathe North, the big man, number 73, Michael Chow, Jr., 5'11", 243 pounds. Big defensive lineman coming in there to stuff up the middle. So here, it's going to be 1st and 3 for Lancers from the 3-yard line.
And you know, I wouldn't be surprised to see a quarterback keep here before. I've seen both the varsity teams and the JV teams run that many times in this kind of situation.
There, Christian Blessing giving it the handoff up to Luke Taylor up the middle for a touchdown. The power running.
2-yard run by number 40, Luke Taylor.
And now the Lancers will take the lead 16-14 with the point after pending.
So here it looks like the Lancers might be saying that they're going to go for 2 as we hear that up here in the press box from some of the coaches next to us. So possibly going to try to go up by 3 points so that way they're up by a field goal.
It's a very smart move by the Lancers right now, especially since in the first half, although at first it looked like it was going to be a high-scoring game, they really struggled with their offense early on. So it's good to see them going for extra points and trying to get as far ahead of Olathe North as possible right now.
So here you do see the Lancers bringing pretty much everyone tight and close. Christian Blessing gives the handoff, fumbles the ball, and it looks like just barely kept it from being a fumble. So that's going to be stopped on the play. The Lancers do lead by 1.
And again, that's just seeing how the Lancers have struggled with fumbles throughout this season. I don't know exactly why that is. It's this triple option offense. If it's just they're struggling with always keeping their hands on the ball when they're that excited. But in high-intensity situations, they're often prone to fumbling the ball, and that can be a problem for them when they're in close games.
Here we're going to go to a quick instant replay of that touchdown. So here you do see the Lancers number 10, Christian Blessing, giving it to the handoff, squeaks by the left, and then goes right over the center for a touchdown there on the play. Nice running, powerful running there by number 40, the senior for the Lancers, Luke Taylor. So here the Lancers will be kicking off 1-point lead here, 10 minutes, 26 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Here, triplet back deep to receive it for Olathe North alongside one other play. It looks like that's going to be number 3 for Olathe North, kicking off for the Lancers. Looks like that's going to be number 41, Mitchell Tyler, the senior, playing all sides of the ball, offense, defense, and special teams here for the Lancers. Here the kick is coming, and it is off, and it's a high sailing kick taken out at about the 25-yard line. They're taken over, and he's just going to be wrapped up on the play at about the 40-yard line.
So the Lancers doing a better job of stopping on those returns, but still really struggling to get Olathe North anywhere past like their 35-yard line. Really struggling with that. They're giving them a lot better field position than often the Lancers themselves are getting, so that's something that they'll need to continue working on.
So here Olathe North bringing in their offensive unit. There you see number 5, Venus Triplet, along with number 10, Murphy, coming on to lead this Olathe North rushing attack onto the field.
Murphy and Triplet have really been the main players for Olathe North tonight. We've really seen them keeping the ball in their hands for most of tonight. So it's interesting to see if they're going to switch that up or continue to rely on those two players.
Their Venus Triplet breaks it open. They're just scurrying and burrowing through the defensive line there for a nice gain on the play.
Venus Triplet. Tackle was made by number 6, Charlie White.
Tackle made on the play by number 6 for the Lancers, Charlie White.
And now Olathe North taking some time to set up their offense. They've shown that they are very formidable both on the pass and on the rush game tonight, so it's interesting to see what they will choose to do.
Here Murphy takes the snap, gives it to Triplet, or excuse me, he holds on to it once again, who fakes me out, and their number 6, Charlie White, wraps him up on the play at the ankles. But once again, another first down for Olathe North.
And you know, Andrew, I'm really trying to figure out how exactly Murphy is so good at faking all of us out. He's faking out the East defense, he's faking out the fans probably, and he's definitely faking out you and I multiple times tonight. I'm just trying to figure out if he's tucking the ball well, if it's how his running backs react to the fake. I just can't really tell what he's doing, but whatever he is doing, it's extremely effective.
So we'll have to see if maybe we can see that again. And there, Murphy sends it over to number 16, the wide receiver, just ripped out of bounds by Lancers. Tackle is made on the play by number 9 for Shawnee Mission East, Will Oakley.
7-yard gain on the pass.
7-yard gain on the play, so it's going to be 2nd and 3 to 4 for Olathe North.
Tackle was made by number 9, Will Oakley. 2nd down, Olathe North.
So there, Venus Triplet breaking it through the left side for yet another first down. Here, the Olathe North offense is really rocking and rolling down the field.
Uh-oh, you're seeing Triplet hopping on his right ankle, and he's walking very stiffly, kind of limping back over into his huddle. That's not something good for Olathe North. Triplet is definitely their star player right now. They're going to need him at full speed.
Looks like maybe a cramp or a rolled ankle, so we'll have to see how that turns out later in this game. As the quarterback, number 10, Murphy, takes that snap, looks to that screen to the left side, and just a broken tackle there on the play. Really looks like the Lancers number 9, Will Oakley there. He just kind of missed that tackle.
Yeah, and that's something that we're seeing tonight. I don't know if it's just playing on grass or what exactly it is, but the Lancers are having a hard time just getting their feet planted and throwing themselves into that tackle. Their accuracy is not quite where it normally is. That tackle wasn't even as broken as it was just misfired. It really just didn't hit where it was supposed to. So
here it is going to be 2nd and 3 once again for Olathe North. Haven't seen the play go to Triplet. There where you see it. Triplet breaking through the right and just wrapped up and thrown down on the play by number 22 for the Lancers. That's going to be Ryder Terry.
And again, one of the strengths of the Lancers, I think, is that they are very good at identifying threats and figuring out how to shut them down. They definitely early on identified Triplet as a threat after that amazing leaping run towards the end zone. And I think that now they've realized that they have to double team him, that they have to throw all of their defense at him when he has the ball. And they're doing a good job of shutting him down at the line of scrimmage.
So here it's going to be 3rd and 5 for Olathe North. Really kind of going to have to try to find something to do on this play there. Quarterback looking over to that side with that option going to Triplet, and he's going to be thrown out of bounds just short. Actually, it looks like he's going to be about 5 to 6 yards short of the first down.
He kept going, kept stretching out for that, but I do not think that he lined up to that chain. And again, there is no gain on the play. Seems like he was able to do a lot of running there, but because he was throwing the ball in the backfield, he really didn't make any progress.
And there it looks like he's either really tired or he's definitely limp. He's just kind of walking over to the huddle, resting his arm on some of his offensive linemen. He just looks tired and burned out to me right now.
And you know, I think that's the problem when you only have 1 or 2 guys such as Murphy and Triplet that you can really run the ball through, is that they just get so tired because they're taking so many hits. You're seeing the Lancers, they're not just letting one person have a solo tackle on Triplet. They're having 2, 3, 4 players take him down. He's just getting hammered right now.
And there Murphy gets a nice pass, and he breaks through the tackle and just keeps on trucking through for a big gain on the play there. Just looks like the Lancers defense was not ready at all for that play.
Yeah, they were definitely not expecting that little pass down the middle, and that was a huge gain for Olathe North, putting them really in striking position for at least a look at the end zone, if not a field goal.
So here, 6 minutes, 50 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Olathe North is driving. Triplet takes the ball up the middle, breaks through, and just flipped up and over on the play by Mitchell Tyler there. Just kind of flipping Triplet over his back.
Yeah, that was a very dangerous tackle because really Tyler only used his body. He didn't wrap his arms around him. So Triplet, with his abilities, probably could have jumped him if he wasn't, as we've already said, as tired as he is right now.
So here it's going to be 2nd and 1 from about the 5-yard line here. It looks like it's going to be very close for Olathe North. They're really starting to get stuff rolling here in this third quarter. Here Murphy takes the snap, looks to Triplet, but keeps the ball to himself right up the middle, and just going to be tackled from behind on the play. Looks like it's going to be a first down, so it's going to be 1st and goal for Olathe North.
And now the Lancers are really just going to have to focus on shutting down this rushing game and stopping any passes because they cannot take a touchdown here.
So here it's going to be 1st and 2 from the 2-yard line here. Everyone packed into that box from both teams, linemen, defensive linemen, everyone there. Venus Triplet taking the direct snap and just wrapped up on the play by the Lancers there. Nice stop there, but they're going to have to do that for 2 or 3 more downs.
Exactly, and I'm interested to see what the Lancers will do here. Hopefully they will be able to continue stuffing the middle, but I could see with the amount of time that they have, Olathe North pushing the middle once or twice on a rush like that and then going for a wide pass because they would be able to spread the Lancers so well. And so I'm worried to see how that could affect the Lancers here.
Here's 2nd and 2 for Olathe North. They're from that 2-yard line here. They do need to score as they do trail 1. They're with Venus Triplet keeping it up that right side, and that is going to be a touchdown. They're just juking and jiving through the defensive players for a touchdown. Here, that is going to make the Lancers trail 22-15 here, pending the extra point. Here the extra point is, or excuse me, it looks like Olathe North is going to be going for that 2-point conversion. Murphy screams to that right side, and that is going to be a 2-point conversion. Good. Puts Olathe North up by a touchdown.
And now the Lancers offense is really going to have to go to work so that they can make sure that they get back, at least get even with Olathe North before they start trying to figure out how to get a victory out of tonight.
We also like to take this time to thank a quick sponsor, PTA from Shawnee Mission East. They do help to make these broadcasts possible, giving us a grant for a hotspot. They do help to give us these Wi-Fi and some of these press boxes where we cannot get Wi-Fi, so it definitely helps to make these broadcasts possible. We're also going to go to a quick instant replay of that touchdown here from Olathe North. There you see Olathe North Triplet taking that direct snap, cutting right, juking, straight back to left, and just diving into the end zone there, just barely squeaking by the Lancer defenders for a touchdown. Here we're also going to fast forward a bit, and we will give you a look at that 2-point conversion. Here you see Olathe North forming up into their huddle. There you see Murphy stepping back under center. Triplet there on that white side, right out position there. Murphy drops back to pass, looking over that right side, and just finds the receiver in the end zone. Triplet for that 2-point conversion.
And really you're seeing that Murphy only looks to Triplet when he's looking at either to pass or to rush. It's really, he is probably the strongest player besides Murphy on this team right now, and they're not really going to anyone else except for him.
So here Olathe North will be kicking off. Back deep to receive it for the Lancers is number 6, I believe, Charlie White, alongside number 41 for the Lancers. Someone else, but there the Lancers do choose to bring it back. Charlie White, not the best decision at all, going all the way back to his own end zone and choosing to bring it back.
That was definitely a terrible decision by White. Didn't even get it to his own 10-yard line. Now the Lancers are going to have awful field position, going into this drive. They're going to have a lot of work to do. Honestly, White should have just taken a knee down in his end zone, taken the ball up to the 20-yard line, and not had to take that awful hit. He was just laid out there. Did not know what he was thinking. He had a sea of Olathe North players coming at him.
And there, as soon as he picked up the ball, it looks like he was kind of like, oh, I don't know, should I take it? And then he decided pretty late, and then he just got absolutely pummeled on the play. So we'll have to see how that affects the Lancers there. Christian Blesson dropping back, with a handoff up the middle to Luke Taylor. Short gain on the play.
And the Lancers maybe will revert to what we saw them do in earlier games against Lawrence and against Leavenworth, where they just use short little drives to kind of move their way up the field. It takes a lot of time, which they don't really have right now, because they do need to get 2 touchdowns, or at least a touchdown and then some type of other points to get themselves up ahead of Olathe North.
So here the Lancers send one wide receiver out to the left side. Mitchell Tyler, 2 slot backs in the backfield. Christian Blesson goes under center, 1 running back in motion. Sam Huffman breaks it up to the left side. He has some open space. He breaks it through to the 35-yard line there. Huge busted open play for Sam Huffman.
Great play by Huffman there, moving his way quickly up. They're getting closer and closer to Olathe North territory, and a great job of using as little time as possible to make that play possible.
There, although they don't have too much time, they still have a full another quarter to go in addition to this 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in this third quarter. So the Lancers do have definitely enough time to go. So here, Lancers once again send one wide out to the right, one to the left, 24. Sam Huffman going in motion. Handoff up the middle to Luke Taylor. He just kind of backs against the defenders and looks like he leans back for about 5 to 6 yards on the play.
Really just using his legs well there, showing off the strength that Delaney's new strength and conditioning program has brought in. These boys are definitely much stronger, much more athletic than they have been in past years. Looking great. You can, if you've read the Harbinger article about it, you know how much conditioning these guys are putting into their practices, especially in the off season during the summer before they actually went into season. And so they're looking very strong. They're doing a good job of using that strength to their advantage.
So there, Christian Blesson on the quarterback keeper spins through for the first down. And there you did mention earlier some of that strength and conditioning. What Dustin Delaney did, he came in, he completely rearranged the weight room. He took some of those benches from that left side and spread them all around the room, kind of made it more of an open field. Put a clock on the wall, so now everything's on a timer. Everything's at much more of a high pace. Everyone knows exactly what they're doing at all time. And this isn't just football. This is for the entire weights program. So I'd look for that entirely new program to help other sports. And it's going to spread to football, to swimming, to basketball, to really every sport.
Yeah, as an athlete, I'm doing the basketball conditioning program, and you can already see the difference. We're bringing in outside conditioners to really help us with that. And it's helping, I think, every program to get stronger. I'm really excited to see what future seasons have to come.
Yeah, every team really, I think, is going to benefit from this program. Every weights class that I've talked to, I'm in a weights class. Everyone that I'm talking to in my weights class who's taken it before definitely thinks that it's a much better workout, and we all think we're getting much stronger, so that's definitely going to help us in the future. And there does look like there's a penalty on the play, so we're going to have to see what that call is.
And it looks like there was a helmet that came off during the play, so that might be a personal foul.
Here the referees are walking over, and it looks like it's going to be a face mask on Olathe North. So that's going to give the Lancers an easy 15 yards on the play.
And there you see the chains beginning to move as the Lancers will now advance into Olathe North territory.
So here the Lancers do break their huddle, trying to decide what they want to do here from the 47-yard line. Or excuse me, they're going to bring it up to probably about the 30, looks like 7-yard line of Olathe North. So the Lancers are going to have 1st and 10 inside the 40 of Olathe North. Here down 7 points, 3 minutes, 9 seconds left to go in this third quarter.
And starting out with as poor field position as they had, this has been a really good run so far for the Lancers. And another quick surge up the middle, and the Lancers will get about a gain of 5 to 6 yards.
So there is going to be a injury on the play, but it looks like he is going to get up on the play. That was number 8 for Olathe North. So here Lancers send one wide receiver out to that right, one to the left, 2 slot backs. As we always see do this formation. There, Christian Blesson going to the pitch to 24, Sam Huffman. He has that speed, breaking it through the left side, and he stays on his feet and pushing and turning those legs for a first down.
Very good show from Huffman tonight. We're really seeing him using his legs very well, breaking through tackles, doing a great job. Another first down for the Lancers, and we're seeing that pitch become more and more useful. Earlier in the game, they were kind of pitching backwards, and that wasn't always working extremely effectively because it was putting running backs so far in the backfield. Now we're seeing them pitch more laterally, and I think that's helping them a lot because it's keeping them at the line of scrimmage and just letting them go from there.
So here you're going to be seeing the Lancers taking it 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line of Olathe North. They're running back going in motion. Handoff up the middle to Luke Taylor. Just powering through there. Once again, just burrowing through the line for a nice gain on the play.
And again, I feel like originally in the game they were really struggling to get their blocks really good down in the middle so that they weren't able to make those middle drives. But now they're doing a really great job of getting those blocks just wide enough so that they have a hole that they can really burrow through and get through for big gains of like 6 or 7 yards on every single one of these rushes.
So here it's going to be 2nd and 4 from the Lancers starting to drive, trying to look for some points to put up on this board as they do trail by 7 points. 2 minutes left to go in this third quarter. The Lancers looking to keep their winning streak going and stay undefeated here. Christian Blesson takes the snap, looking up the middle to Luke Taylor, and he goes for a first down. Luke Taylor just powering through.
He's doing just a great job. I mean, he's tucking that ball in and just throwing himself in there. He knows he's going to take a lot of contact. He's fine with that. He's accepting it. He's looks like he's just loving it, really pushing up, continuing to get more and more first downs for the Lancers.
So here are the Lancers. Once again here, they are just juking and jiving and powering their way for many first downs here on this drive. You have to remember, this is, I believe, the drive that started way back deep inside their own territory. And here, they've made it all the way to the 15-yard line of Olathe North. So there you see, it looks like it's going to be a false start. And then they just kind of knocked over the Lancer defender, or excuse me, the Lancer offensive player. So lots of penalty flags flying.
Now, this has already been a rather heated game. I think there's a lot on the table for both of these teams right now early on in the season as far as setting a rhythm of who is going to be dominating forces in the Sunflower League. And you can really see that coming out now later in the game as it's getting closer and as the Lancers are nearing the Olathe North end zone.
And here it's going to be an offsides penalty on Olathe North. So that just gives the Lancers an easy 5 yards. 1st and 5 from the Lancers from the 10-yard line.
And again, the Lancers started behind their own 10-yard line. They were easily at the their own 8-yard line. This is really a surprising placing that they've been really struggling to move up when they were that deep in their territory. They've done a great job this time, just really finding a way to use the middle of the field well.
So here it's going to be 1st and 5 for the Lancers, a short field to work with here on this first down play coming. The Lancers do have 1 minute 44 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Julie, what would you be looking for Lancers to do here really quickly on this play?
You know, the Lancers have really been pushing it down the middle with Luke Taylor, and I feel like Olathe North at some point is going to figure out how to stop that. So I'm looking for them to maybe try that one more time and then look for something out wide, look for a throw, look for something like that.
So here with a timeout going to Olathe North, we'd like to take a second to thank. We're going to actually go to a quick instant replay of that Sam Huffman huge run that broke this play, or excuse me, this drive open. And then we're going to take a very quick second to thank our sponsors, Bank of Prairie Village and Booker T Sports Reports. So here you do see Sam Huffman breaking it through that left side and then just using his speed to break it through for a very nice gain on the play.
That's really what started it all for the Lancers there.
Here we're going to take a quick second to thank our sponsors.
You by the Bank of Prairie Village, member FDIC. Located at 75th and Mission, it's where the Lancers go to bank. Booker T Sports Reports, providing all of your sports stats needs.
Welcome back to the Shawnee Mission East Harbinger Online Live broadcast featuring the Shawnee Mission East Lancers against the Olathe North Eagles here. You did just see that Sam Huffman rush that broke this drive wide open. Lancers are driving 1st and 5 from the 10-yard line of Olathe North. There you see one wide receiver going out to the left side after this offsides penalty. Gave the Lancers a short first down to work with there. Here Christian Blessing goes under center, sends his lineman. 23 goes in motion with the pitch. He has some wide open space going through and taken down on the play. Looks like it's going to be very close to the first down.
And you know, the Lancers really don't have to worry about trying to get that first down on their first play because they've got so much time. They're on first down already. They just need to keep chipping away slowly towards the end zone, finding where the holes are in the Olathe North defense so that they can really work with those.
So here it's going to be 2nd and 1 for the Lancers, starting to drive inside this red zone of Olathe North. They do trail 7 points here. 1 minute, 8 seconds left to go. And the Lancers take it. Looks like it's going to be very close to the first down. Probably going to have to measure this one.
Yeah, and there's another huge pile up as the Lancers just tried to push the center. And again, with the amount that they're pushing the center here, I would not be surprised to see another pitch or another pass, seeing them use the outsides of the field because they can easily spread Olathe North after they've been packing it in so much lately.
And so here it is actually going to be a first down for the Lancers. So it's going to be 1st and 5 from the 5-yard line here. 53 seconds left to go in this third quarter, driving deep into Olathe North territory here, almost running the entire length of the field. Christian Blessing there looks over to Destin Delaney on the sideline trying to figure out what he wants the call to be. And it looks like he's going to call a timeout and go over to talk to his coach.
And the Lancers just looked like they were really confused on what the call was going to be there. Interested to see what they decide to do. You know, Blesson has not been extremely accurate as far as his longer passes go tonight, but he has been very good at connecting short 5 to 10 yard passes. So I'd be interested to see if he was able to maybe knock out one of those into one of the corners of the end zone to one of his receivers right now.
Yeah, you know, to me, one of the most exciting plays that I see all the time consistently from the Lancers is that true triple option to the outside where Christian Blesson, he has the option. Does he hand it up the middle to Luke Taylor, keep it himself, or even pitch it to the outside? And when they pitch it to the outside, wild things can happen. That's really when it starts to get exciting, is on that pitch to Sam Huffman on that outside, or Mitchell Tyler, both those slot backs.
And Huffman has really made this play. You know, he was the one who broke it wide open. He's had several other huge carries for first downs here. So I would not be surprised to see the ball in his hands or in the hands of Luke Taylor. They've been making the real impact here on this drive.
So here it's going to be 1st and 5 for the Lancers inside the 5-yard line. They just need to get 5 yards to possibly tie up this game here going into the 4th quarter. There you see Christian Blesson with the fumble on the play, and that's going to be Olathe North ball. There just looks like a fumbled snap.
And again, fumbles will kill Shawnee Mission East easily. They are one of the biggest weaknesses of this team. Fumbles off the snap, fumbles off of that toss out to the side that you've been talking about. They happen often, and they were what caused the Olathe Northwest game to be in such a critical position.
Yeah, you know, that's definitely something that absolutely killed the Lancers coming last week, was all those fumbles. Luke Taylor had a lot of fumbles last week alongside Christian Blesson, alongside an interception or two that just kind of hurt the Lancers. So that's definitely going to be something that the Lancers need to control over the course of this game. If they want to have a shot at winning this game, 35 seconds left to go in this 3rd quarter, and going into the 4th quarter, they need to control those fumbles and hold onto that ball. Here, Venus triplet goes through the side and just thrown down on the play. Sturdy defense there.
You know, the Lancers are doing a really good job of whenever he gets the ball in his hands of really getting 2 or 3 men on him. And I think they're doing a good job of that, but they have to be careful where that makes the rest of their defense vulnerable.
Ryder Terry there on the tackle, just throwing down Venus triplet, doing a good job to make sure that Venus was not able to hop over him and go for a big gain here. Olathe North backed up deep inside their own territory. Murphy takes a snap, gives it to himself there and breaks it through the open. He has a bit of open running room and just taken down on the play. Nice fake there by Murphy once again.
Murphy is just very skilled at those fakes. He must either just have a natural gift for that or have been working on it a lot throughout the season.
So here as we go into the quarter, or excuse me, it looks like it's going to be a penalty on the play. Going to be holding, so that's just going to hurt Olathe North. Really, those penalties are the types of things that kill drives.
And, you know, that actually might have been why Murphy got so open on that.
So here as we go into this quarter, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Bank of Prairie Village and Booker T Sports Reports.
Booker T Sports Reports, providing all of your sports stats needs.
Tonight's broadcast has been brought to you by the Bank of Prairie Village, member FDIC. Located at 75th and Mission, it's where the Lancers go to bank.
Hello and welcome back to the Shawnee Mission East Harbinger Online Live broadcast featuring the Shawnee Mission East Lancers against the Olathe North Eagles there. After that holding call, they're going to call the players back on the field and redo that play.
So now the Lancers looking to just push Olathe North even further back, try to get that line of scrimmage as far back as possible right now. They're very close to their own end zone, so the Lancers should be mindful of that.
Here's 2nd and 11 for Olathe North there. Murphy takes a handoff, fakes it, and stays on the play. And he is going to be tackled on the play by Kyle Ball. And looks like it could be a safety, or it's going to be very close to a safety. Looks like he's going to be down on about the 1-inch line. Not sure how he kept that ball out of the end zone.
I'm not sure if he did. That's a very questionable call right there. I would say very, very close. It looked like he was taken down in the end zone. I mean, his butt definitely landed in the end zone, and he fumbled the ball in the end zone. Don't know where that spot is coming from at all.
So here that is going to be the end of the quarter. Julia, what would you be looking for the Lancers to do here going into this final quarter of play?
You know, I'd be looking for them to be doing every single thing that they did on that last drive except for fumble the ball. Because honestly, that was a phenomenal play that they just
Here's
botched
second and
last
11.
minute on a sloppy snap. That's something that you just cannot do when you are in this situation. So I would be looking for them to continue, looking to Huffman, looking to Taylor, looking to take the ball up the middle for several drives and then spread it out to the side on that toss. You know, there are a lot of things that this triple option offense can bring to them, and I think that if they do that, they can churn out some points and be able to at least get up to tied with Olathe North.
So here, as we enter this fourth quarter of play, the Lancers do trail by 7 points, but Olathe North is backed up deep inside their own territory at about, I would say, the couple-inch mark here. 3rd and 14 from inside their own 1 yard line.
You know, that was a very, very close call, and now they are right on the line of their end zone. That's where the line of scrimmage is. And so this is yet again another opportunity for the Lancers. If they put pressure on the pocket, they might be able to take them down in the end zone.
So here you're going to be seeing Olathe North backed up very deep. Lancers are probably going to be looking for a run, although they're going to have to be aware of some of those outside sweeps that could kill them, so they pack men inside the box there. Venus Triplet taking up the middle, and he's going to be taken down on the play for a safety for Lancers. Second safety of the game.
And the Lancers defense, you can see how pumped up they are coming off that play. They couldn't get the call the first time, but they definitely got it the second time. A definitive safety for the Lancers, giving them more points on the scoreboard, giving them a better position here in this game.
Here the Lancers do trail 5 points down, but they're going to be getting the punt. They're going to get the ball, and I'd look for Lancers to capitalize on that and put some more points on this board and try to pull out the W tonight.
And this is just where cutting out and minimalizing those sloppy plays is going to be so important. These moments are clutch for the Lancers.
Here we're going to go to a really quick instant replay of that safety. So here you do see the quarterback, Murphy, takes the ball, hands it off to Triplet, and Dominique Atkinson just combines on that tackle, just burrowing through the line once again, just pushing through and taking him down.
And you know, we had heard going into this game that both the offensive and defensive lines for Olathe North were larger in stature than the Shawnee Mission East lines, but right now you're seeing they are doing, like you said, an amazing job of just burrowing in there, finding the holes and finding a way to get through to the quarterback, and in that case, to get to Triplet.
And, you know, really something that helps the Lancers is Dominique Atkinson's speed. He doesn't look like he'd be that fast. You know, he's kind of a big guy, I would say, from seeing him. He's a wrestler, but he is very fast. He is so fast on the first 10 yards, first 5 yards, where he can just straight blast through that defensive line. There, Charlie White with the play, taking it inside the territory of Olathe North.
And this is definitely much better field position for the Lancers. They're getting it on the Olathe North 45-yard line.
Here the Lancers will be taking over from about the 43-yard line after that Charlie White kickoff return. Lancers do trail by 5 points. 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line here. Lancer flex bone option, triple option. Christian Blessing looking to lead the Lancers to a 4th straight win, trying to put the team on his back and try to bring the Lancers another win. Here you do see the Lancers send one wide receiver out to that right side, one to the left, 2 slot backs in that formation, something that we are consistently seeing. One player going in motion, Christian Blessing, handoff up the middle to Luke Taylor. 5 yards, solid gain on the play right there.
And again, we're seeing Taylor's ability to just power through the middle. He's just so good at getting those 5 to 6 yards that his team needs by just lowering his shoulder and going through. It's not as much about finesse and trying to dodge tackles as it is just going straight through people and knowing that his physicality can get him where he needs it to.
There, Mitchell Tyler goes in motion. Christian Blessing on the quarterback keeper pulls the ball out at the last second. So it looks like it's going to be a very short gain on the play. Going to put the Lancers at about 3rd and 5 or 6.
There is a Olathe North player down on the field.
Here, as that player is injured, we're going to take a quick second to thank our sponsors, Bank of Prairie Village and Booker T Sports Reports.
Welcome to the Harbinger Online.
Booker T Sports Reports, providing all of your sports stats needs. Tonight's broadcast has been brought to you by the Bank of Prairie Village, member FDIC. Located at 75th and Mission, it's where the Lancers go to bank.
Hello and welcome back to the Shawnee Mission East Harbinger Online live broadcast. Here you see Christian Blessing giving to the pitch to Mitchell Tyler. He's behind some blockers, wrapped up on the play for a short loss. So it's going to be 4th down for the Lancers.
And again, that is just where that pitch works very well if you give it more laterally, but that was almost a complete vertical pass that went almost completely backwards. And that just gives the defense, I think, too much time to get to those running backs.
So here it looks like the Lancers could be going for it on a very key and very important 4th down over the course of the game. So here it's going to be one player going in motion. Christian Blessing looks back over towards Dustin Delaney, looking for the call, and it's going to be a timeout by the Lancers. Julia, what would you be looking for the Lancers call to be right here?
You know, they haven't thrown very much at all in this game, and I think the best way to throw off Olathe North would be to go for that right now. Now, that's also a bit of a risk because since Blesson hasn't been throwing a lot tonight, he might not be extremely warmed up or extremely accurate in that. But I think that it's important to try to just surprise Olathe North right now. Try to get out there, get that pass, get those yards that you need right now.
So here it looks like Coach Delaney is talking to the referees. Not sure what he's chatting with them about, but we'll see if we can maybe figure that out. And there he goes and forms the huddle around him, trying to get some subs and some fresh legs here. 4th and 6 from the 40-yard line here. 10 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in this 4th quarter. And although clock is running down, they still have enough time for another couple of possessions possibly.
Definitely. I know that the Lancers right now, they want to get points up. They want to be up right now. But even if they don't, that will not be the deciding factor in this game, I do not think, because they still have enough time to take a couple more shots at the goal. What they need to make sure that they do, however, is to not let Olathe North score anymore.
So here you do see the Lancers, they are going to punt it here actually instead of going for it on 4th down. So there Christian Blessing looks back like he's going to punt. And there's no one back deep to receive it for Olathe North. So Lancers could have a good shot, although that just goes very, very deep. So that's just going to go into the end zone.
And so Olathe North will take the ball at their own 20-yard line. That's giving them pretty decent field position, but still deeper than they've been seeing throughout most of this game.
Yeah, that's very standard field position, so we're going to have to see if Olathe North can convert on it. And something we did see in the previous drive was it looks like Venus Triplets getting very tired and broken down.
Yeah, I think it's because they're just giving him the ball play after play after play, not letting anyone else take it. And Triplet, yes, he's a phenomenal player, but these Lancers are great tacklers, and they make it hurt when they hit you. And you do not want to feel that.
And there looks like Sam Huffman having a very open shot at the wide receiver and just breaking up. That was just kind of a lofted pass. It was almost just asking to be intercepted.
Huffman, he definitely focused on the receiver there, making sure that he was unable to get the ball. But I feel like Huffman could have even dropped back and caught that if he had been a little quicker on his toes. But then again, that's very hard to do when you are accelerating after a receiver.
So here we're going to see it 2nd and 10 for Olathe North coming at the Lancers from their own 20-yard line here. Quarterback Murphy drops back to pass, looking for a similar play, goes over for that swing sweep, and just driven down on the play. No gain on the play for the Lancers.
And just, again, a great tackle, really doing a great job of getting down hard on that running back's knees. And you can see that player, as he's getting up, really limping hard on that right knee. Like I said before, the Lancers, when they hit hard. They do not like their tackles to be anything but painful.
So here it's going to be 3rd and 9 for Olathe North. The Lancers defense is looking to step up big and strong right now here from the 21-yard line of Olathe North. There you see no running backs in the backfield. 2 wide receivers out to the right, 2 to the left. Venus Triplet is to that right side. Quarterback keeper up the middle. He's going to break it open and tie for it, and he's going to be stopped on the play. You have to think this is going to be a punt for Olathe North.
And that was a very, very close play, but still a couple yards short. Looked like he ran for a pretty good distance, but still, because they had backed up that line of scrimmage to where they had, it really was not quite enough for Olathe North.
So possibly the Lancers here are going to be going for another block. Again, we did see that once from Kyle Ball, the big man, getting that block. Maybe something that we're going to see here again, or at least good field position from the Lancers, as Olathe North will be kicking off from the 15-yard line. There you see that nice kick, so that's going to go pretty far. Charlie White takes it. He has a lot of running room. Let's see if he can get anything going, and takes it to the 50-yard line, or 45-yard line. So good field position for the Lancers.
Yeah, definitely good position anytime that they can get within Olathe North territory. It's been good. They've shown their ability to run the field, however. I mean, they have done a good job. They brought it all the way up to Olathe North's 5-yard line from their own 8-yard line. So I know that the Lancers are really able to cover this entire field. It's just whether or not they don't make those sloppy plays and whether they can just continue to make steady progression up the field.
So here you see the Lancers in that standard formation, one running back going in motion, and looks like Luke Taylor just kind of falls forward for a short gain of about 2 on the play. Nice solid gain there, though.
And like we've said before, you know, it's okay if the Lancers take a couple short possessions like that, because all they really need is to get a couple yards per possession and then just have one carry that takes them a little bit extra, you know, to 3, 4, 5, and they can get that first down and just continue to chip away at Olathe North.
Here Mitchell Tyler takes it through the slot back position, and he's going to fall forward once again. So it's going to be a short gain of about 2. It's going to put that Lancers at about 3rd and 5. So we'll see if they can drum something up to try to get this first down.
And you see them driving a lot at the center here. It'd be interesting to see if they try for that pitch option again, which, as you've said, can open up a lot of things on the outside.
So here, 8 minutes and 9 seconds left to go as this clock is starting to run down. The Lancers do trail by 5 points from the 42-yard line of Olathe North. 3rd and 6. They're starting to drive. 41, Mitchell Tyler goes in motion. Luke Taylor, he looks like he's just going to be stuffed, but I have to wonder if the Lancers do go for it here on 4th down.
You know, I mean, their defense is proving that they can stop Olathe North, but at the same time, at a certain point in this game, you have to choose to take the risk and get the points. And I think that it might be time for the Lancers to do that.
Here it looks like the Lancers are going to be going for it, and this is something that we have fairly consistently been seeing the Lancers doing, is going for it on 4th down. So I'm going to be very interested to see what type of play call here we see the Lancers go to. 2 wide receivers, 1 left, 1 right. Christian Blesson on that quarterback keeper up the middle for Luke Taylor. Going to be very close to the first down, but I think he got it.
Yeah, it did look like he got his upper body extended over that line.
And that's going to be the first down, according to the referees. So very big gamble there by Dustin Delaney, but it pays off.
And you know, I keep expecting them to go outside, but when the middle is working, keep hitting it hard. Luke Taylor is doing a great job. I mean, even if he's only getting 2 yards, he's consistently getting 2 yards. He is doing a phenomenal job of just continuing to use his physique to work his way through the middle.
So there you see the Lancers once again giving it to Mitchell Tyler, who breaks it through the right side. He has a bit of running motion, hops through one defender for 14 yards on the play. That's what going up the middle opens it up, is that right side, left side swing pitches.
And you see Mitch Tyler right there using Triple's own play against Olathe North, really doing a great job of leaping to dodge a tackle, doing a great job putting the Lancers into really dangerous field position.
So here it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Lancers from the 23-yard line of Olathe North. 6 minutes, 52 seconds left to go in this 4th quarter. Lancers are driving, almost entering the red zone there. Luke Taylor takes it up the middle, breaking into close to the red zone.
And the Lancers looking to just continue this march down the field. They're doing a great job of just using these small little possessions to do a lot of damage to Olathe North.
They're number 40 on the tackle for Olathe North, tackling number 40 for the Lancers, Luke Taylor. So here the Lancers will be taking it 2nd and 8 from the 20-yard line here, looking to break into the red zone there. Everyone kind of brought in tight. One player going in motion. Christian Blesson, quarterback keeper, goes to the pitch to Mitchell Tyler. Breaks through on tackle, and looks like he slides, but he's going to be taken down on the play for a very short play.
And it looked like Tyler, just for a second there, slipped or had some type of problem with his footing originally on that drive, because you normally see him accelerate much faster, and there he had kind of a little bit of a hesitation, a little stutter step before he went into it. Not exactly what you normally see from him.
So here it's going to be 3rd and 8 for the Lancers from just barely inside the 20-yard line there. Going to be a bit of a longer 3rd down, so we're going to have to see what the Lancers can pull out of their bag of tricks to bring something up here as they're driving. Clock starting to run down. 5.5 minutes left to go. Mitchell Tyler goes in motion. Christian Blesson drops back to pass. Pressure coming on the play, and it almost intercepted. I really have no idea who he was throwing it to there.
I almost feel like Blesson was just trying to get rid of the ball so that he wouldn't have a huge loss there, but instead he almost ended up hurting himself more than anything else because he just threw that ball straight into the hands of an Olathe North defender. Very, very close to an interception.
Yeah, it really looked like that ball was almost telegraphed on a laser dart line straight to the defender. And luckily for Christian Blesson, the defensive back just kind of dropped the ball. So here you see another big 4th down for the Lancers from the 7-yard line. Christian Blesson drops back to pass with pressure coming yet again with the screenplay. Brings it in is Luke Taylor. He's going to bowl forward, and it looks like he's going to be short of the 1st down.
And now Olathe North will get it on their own 15-yard line, so the Lancers defensive unit will need to come on out.
That play was short, so the Lancers defense is going to need to step up. Julie, what would you be looking for the Lancers defense to do here on this very key possession?
Well, they need to continue shutting down Triple. They've done a wonderful job of that, especially in this second half, really keeping him to a minimum of yards, doing a great job of that. They also need to watch out for Murphy, though. He's starting to show his ability to throw more and more, and he becomes a huge weapon for Olathe North when he can run and throw like that. That's definitely going to be very dangerous for the Lancers.
So here, Olathe North will be taking over there. Murphy takes a handoff, gives it to Triplett up the middle, and he's going to be stuffed on the play after a very short gain of about 3 on the play. So that's really what the Lancers need to do, is just stop that short run play.
And like we've said, however, Olathe North, if they continue to get those short runs, that can continue a march down the field. So the Lancers really need to be stuffing right at the line of scrimmage so that that gain is minimal to none.
Here you are going to be seeing Olathe North breaking their huddle 2nd and 5 from their own 20-yard line there. Starting to start a drive down the middle. We'll have to see what happens here. 4 minutes, 45 seconds left to go as this clock begins to tick down. The Lancers do trail by 5 points there. Quarterback taking the handoff goes to Venus Triplett up the middle. He's going to be taken down on the play by the Lancers. Looks like that's number 42 possibly on the play for the Lancers. Ryan Carter on the tackle.
Doing a great job of, like I said, just stuffing right at the line of scrimmage. That is what is necessary to keep any forward momentum from happening. You can't let Olathe North even feel like they can get 1 or 2 yards off of a play. You just have to let them get nothing.
So here it's going to be a very key 3rd and 5 for Olathe North from the 20-yard line there. It's really going to start cutting down time-wise for Lancers. They really don't have too much time for many more defensive possessions as Olathe North can just run out this clock. All wide receivers, no one else in the backfield besides Murphy. He takes off on a quarterback keeper. He's going to be very close, and it looks like he might be short of the 1st down depending on this call.
And it looks like they are not even going to bring out the chains. The referees are signaling that it will be too short.
Looks like they are going to bring out the chain, but from the Lancer coaches to the left of us who hopefully have a better view than us as they're closer down the line, they're saying that it's going to be short, so it's going to be very, very close. This is a call that's going to come down to really the interpretation of the umpires. Looks like it's going to be a 1st down by about half a ball there, so really, I think that really came down to the umpires' interpretation of that play.
Yeah, I definitely think that was just where the referees decided to spot the ball. That was honestly their decision on where they put that down.
So here Olathe North will be taking over on that 1st down. They're going to keep and maintain possession, keeping all those wide receivers out to the side. 2 wide outs to the right, 2 to the left. Quarterback looks for that quarterback keeper. He has a bit of motion with a big block. Goes through the left side. He only has 1 player to beat, but there's a penalty on the play. He has to beat Charlie White. Charlie White does miss the tackle, and he's going to go all the way for a touchdown, but I would look back for that penalty flag at about the 40-yard line.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit early for Olathe North to be celebrating. There was definitely a penalty flag thrown, and that's normally not good for the team that was running for the touchdown.
And there you see pretty much all the players running back. So you pretty much know that it's going to be against Olathe North, and that's really going to back them up pretty far, and that's going to be a holding call against Olathe North.
And that's the kind of call and the kind of penalty that can really, really hurt a team on a drive, you know, when you make a huge play like that. And granted, the holding probably helped that play happen, but when you make a huge play like that, it gives you momentum. And when you have a penalty that brings you all the way back to further than when you started, that's just extremely demoralizing for a team.
Yeah, that really just kind of sucks the momentum out of this Olathe North drive, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for Olathe North from their own 25-yard line. Here it looks like they're starting to go into a bit more of a hurry up as the Lancers get thrown off a bit, but they do get all their positions set. So 2 wide outs to the right, to the left, quarterback in the backfield, looking in the shotgun formation for the snap, calls out the snap, looking to that play, and he is just leveled on the play, and Venus Triplet is going to be tackled on the play for a very short gain on the play. And their quarterback, Murphy, was absolutely laid out by the Lancer defense.
I think it's important for the Lancer defense to continue to get hits on Murphy, even if it's not while he has the ball in his possession, just because it's important to get
all
in
their
his
positions
head
set.
to really
So 2 wide outs
to make him hurry up on those short passes, because if he can botch a couple passes like that, the Lancers will be in really good position.
Here, Lancers might be in need of yet another miracle from Christian Blesson as the clock's starting to wind down. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. I'd be looking for Olathe North to try to scrap every single second and wring every second out of this play clock that they possibly can. So there, 4 seconds left on the play clock. They need to bring something out, and there Murphy holds onto the ball going through that right side, just wrapped up on the play. So that's going to be 3rd down for Olathe North. Going to be about 3 to 4 yards needed for this first down.
And again, the Lancers are getting more and more disillusioned on those plays by Murphy. They're beginning to doubt any time that he passes it off. They're beginning to get more men more quickly onto that play, and I think that's very good adaptation by the Lancers.
So here it's going to be 3rd and 3 from Olathe North. There you see Murphy in the backfield alongside number 5, Triplet. For Olathe North there, Triplet taking the handoff up the middle. He's going to be stopped on the play by the Lancer defense.
Lancer defense doing a really good job of, once they stop his forward momentum, having someone come over the top of the tackle to knock Triplet back so that he cannot even stretch out to get that first down.
So here it looks like there is going to be a timeout on the field. At this time, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Bank of Prairie Village and Booker T Sports Reports.
Concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
Hello and welcome back to the Shawnee Mission East Harbinger Online Live broadcast featuring the Shawnee Mission East Lancers against Olathe North. Here you see really one of the biggest plays of the game. 4th and 1 for Olathe North from the 34-yard line. This is going to be huge. There you see Murphy giving to the fake handoff, and he's going to be wrapped up on the play by the Lancers, just thrown back in his backfield. Huge loss on the play. Lancers will be taking over, although there is a penalty on the play.
This could be critical for the Lancers if there was any type of roughhousing down in that pile after the play. This could be awful for the Lancers, could bring that call back.
Although you do see the Olathe North offense coming off the field, so I have to wonder if the Lancer offense will be taking over. So here we do see the referee coming over for that call. Looks like there's going to be a penalty possibly on both teams. Not really sure what that call was.
It looks like there might have been some roughhousing from both sides. That might have been personal fouls, but if they canceled each other out, then the play remains as it stands, and so the Lancers will get the ball around the 35-yard line.
Here the Lancers it's going to be a penalty, I believe, against Olathe North as the ball is moved 15 yards to our left, to the north. So it's going to be Lancer ball, 1st and 10 inside the red zone. 2 minutes, 9 seconds left to go here. Down 7 points at the College Boulevard Activity Center here. Lancer fans are starting to get rowdy. Lancers are down 5, so a touchdown would put them up 2.
This is a critical moment for the Lancers here. It's not quite as last second as that play against Olathe Northwest was, but it is just as crucial.
So there you see Christian Blesson going in the center, sending one player to that side and giving it to Luke Taylor. Not sure about that decision. Luke Taylor was really stuffed up from the beginning.
And Olathe North really getting pumped up after that play. The Lancers are going to have something to respond with here.
So here with a running clock as the clock ticks down from 1 minute 45 seconds left to go, as you can see on your screen. Lancers do trail 5 here from inside the red zone. One player going in motion once again. Christian Blessing going to the pitch over to Mitchell Tyler, and he's just lit up on the play.
And the Lancers are just having a lot of difficulty trying to get that pitch. It just seems like it's happening too slow. They're throwing the ball to the running back when he is just wide open in front of 2 or 3 Olathe North players, and he's just asking to be laid out. He's just so alone and vulnerable out there. And now Olathe North, the student section, going insane.
There you see Lancer Christian Blessing dropping back to pass. He has players open. Looks over the center with a touchdown, possibly for Lancers. Touchdown, Lancers, with 1 minute and 5 seconds left to go. Going from Christian Blessing into the back of the end zone.
That was a beautiful pass from Blessing. Really threw it deep, took his time, took the time to get his shoulders all the way turned, to get all the way lined up with the end zone. Just nailed his receiver down in the end zone. A beautiful pass, a beautiful catch. That's what you want to see from the Lancers.
And I believe that was senior Will Mitchell with the catch in the back of the end zone. So there you see the Lancers. They do go up 1. So they're going to be going for the 2-point conversion here, trying to go up by a field goal. So they will be going for this 2-point conversion. 1 minute, 5 seconds left to go. The play clock runs down to 6. Christian Blessing is going to have to get the snap off. He calls the snap, goes back to pass, looks over. There is defense on the play, and he's going to be tackled on the play. So the Lancers are up by 1 point. Their defense needs to step it up right now.
This is where the defense, we need to see all of those defensive players just hammering away at Olathe North right now. You want to see Kyle Ball out there. You want to see Dominique Atkinson out there just giving their all, trying to do their very best to stop Triplet at the line of scrimmage, to stop Murphy at the line of scrimmage. You have to stuff them back just like they just stuffed us.
So, Julia, what would you be looking for the Lancer defense and special teams to be doing here with the crunch time?
I think that the Lancers definitely need, first off, this kick is crucial. They need to give themselves the best field position possible. They need to get as deep back in Olathe North territory as possible. From there, you just need to expect the defensive line to be shutting down the running game. Right now, Olathe North has not been turning out a ton of huge pass plays. So right now, what they need to be focusing on doing is just making sure that they are stopping Triplet and they're stopping Murphy at the line of scrimmage so that they cannot have any possessions that go beyond 1 or 2 yards.
So here the Lancers will be kicking off. 1 minute, 5 seconds left to go. They do have the lead by 1 here. Their defense has stood up very stout, very strong against the Olathe North rushing attack. So we're going to have to see what becomes of that with a deep kick going long and just barely going out of bounds, or excuse me, deep into the end zone. So that's going to be a touchback.
So now you can, we can hear from up in the press box that the Lancers definitely want to keep Olathe North in their own territory because they do have a good kicker. They've shown that they can get a field goal, and even a field goal can decide this game right now. What the Lancers are looking for is just stuffing Olathe North. They need a 3 and out.
Here, Olathe North does have 2 timeouts, so we're going to have to see. They do have a bit of time on the clock. 1 minute, 5 seconds left to go. Lancers did do this last week against Olathe Northwest in even fewer amount of time, fewer seconds, so we're going to have to see how this does play out. Lancer defense, 2 wide receivers out to that right side. 1 quarterback alongside Triplet in the backfield, looking back to pass. Pressure on the play, looks deep, and just overthrows his receiver. Really no one there. Almost intercepted on the play by the Lancers number 24, Sam Huffman.
And Huffman just showing great ability both on his pass coverage in defense and on his ability to run the ball on the offense. Crucial, critical player for the Lancers this game.
So here, 1 minute left to go. 25 seconds on this play clock. Lancers do lead by 1. 2nd and 10 from their own 20-yard line here, starting to get down to the wire. The Lancers do need to get a nice defensive stop here. Once again, 2 wide outs to the right. Quarterback gets the snap, looking over to that left side for that swing pass, looking for that screen, and just going to be wrapped up very in the middle of the play. So I would guess that Olathe North is going to call a timeout, although it looks like they're keeping playing.
They're not using that timeout yet. And it is finally used. Oh no, it looks like there is an injury, or at least a pretend injury on the field.
Tackle was made by number 6, Charlie White.
So there is going to be a timeout on the field. At this time, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Bank of Prairie Village and Booker T Sports Reports.
Tonight's broadcast has been brought to you by the Bank of Prairie Village, member FDIC. Located at 75th and Mission, it's where the Lancers go to bank. Booker.
Hello and welcome back to the Shawnee Mission East Harbinger Online. Here, 45 seconds left to play in this game. Lancers do have the lead by 1 point. Olathe North looking back, dropping back to pass. A bit of pressure on the play from Kyle Ball. He drops back. He's putting pressure on him. Just overthrows the receiver. So it's going to be 3rd down for Olathe North.
And you can definitely expect Olathe North to be going for this. They have no other alternative. The Lancers would be able to take an easy knee at this point if they got the ball back. So it's going to be very important for the Lancers to just stuff Olathe North at this point in the game.
Here, 34 seconds left to go. As we mentioned, Lancers do lead by 1. After that, Will Mitchell touchdown very, very late in the game. Lancers getting some nice passing. It seems like Christian Blessing is stepping up his passing game whenever the Lancers need it most, which is definitely what I would want from a quarterback.
Completion of the game as the Screaming Eagle Marching Band and Eaglettes Dance Team will be performing their full halftime performance.
Julie, what would you be looking for Olathe North here to do? 34 seconds. Do you go deep on this first play? Do you run a couple of short plays? What would your thinking be as the coach?
I mean, I'm a little surprised by what they already came out and did, because they were looking to throw more often, something they weren't doing the entire game. I would be expecting them to keep it with Murphy or Triplett. That's been what's been working for them the best throughout this game. But honestly, right now, I can't tell you what to expect. And you do see Triplett here lining up alongside Murphy, so it looks like they may be looking to try to use their star player to get these critical yards.
Here, the quarterback dropping back to pass, looking deep over the center, and broken up on the play by the Lancers. That is going to be number 9 on the play, Will Oakley with the defense.
And Oakley just does an amazing job there, hopping right over the receiver, getting his hand on the ball, knocking it out of the air. Extremely clean job.
There, the Lancers, they will be taking over the ball, 1st and 10. From the 27-yard line, 30 seconds left to go, and that will do it for the Lancers. They will pull off the W tonight and will seal that victory, starting off their season undefeated.
This was really a critical win for the team. I know that going into this game, they were worried about this highly athletic Olathe North squad. They were worried that they were going to be outmatched, and they've really showed their athleticism tonight, clawing their way back. And we'll go ahead and go to a replay of that Will Oakley block right now. Star player to get. So you see Murphy takes a snap, takes a wide pass, and Oakley just leaps over the receiver, completely clean. And now the Lancers, the clock winds down, 3, 2, 1, and the Lancers have taken it. As the student section is running down, it looks like they look to rush the field yet again, as they have taken to doing after every game. The Lancers are 4-0 now on their season after this huge victory over Olathe North.
At this time, we're going to go to a quick commercial break from our sponsor, Bank of Prairie Village and Booker T Sports Reports. Stay online. We're going to go to a quick post-game show after that commercial break.
Welcome to the Harbinger Online.
Booker T Sports Reports, providing all of your sports stats needs. Tonight's broadcast has been brought to you by the Bank of Prairie Village, member FDIC. Located at 75th and Mission, it's where the Lancers go to bank.
East Harbinger live broadcast. You just saw the Shawnee Mission East Lancers pull out the win against Olathe North, and they were a 10-point underdog against Olathe North coming into this game. So definitely a much-needed win for the Lancers to stay undefeated.
Definitely, this was another high-intensity game for the Lancers. Came down to the wire, last couple minutes of the game, similar to last week. And going into this game, from what we could hear and from what East was expecting, they were supposed to be the underdogs in this game. They were less athletic, they were smaller, and Coach Delaney even said that they were going to be going up against a squad that was probably more talented than them. But what he said was that they had more heart and that they had the capability of pulling out the win, and they obviously have done that tonight.
Yeah, the Lancer defense stepped up huge tonight. Kyle Ball, Dominic Atkinson, Will Oakley with that final defensive stop. Lancers were able to stop Venus Triplet, one of the most athletic players we saw after that hop over the defensive player, off the offensive player. So it was really something great to see the Lancers shut down probably the most potent offense we've seen up until this point in the season.
Definitely, they've shown that they have the capability to score up to 63 points in a single game. That is an extremely strong offense. The fact that the Lancers were able to hold them to as few points as they did is extremely impressive.
And you can't see it over here, but on the field you can see the Lancers there rushing over to thank their fans who did come out to the stadium. We had a very big student section tonight, especially for this drive all the way out to the College Boulevard Activity Center here at the Olathe Northwest home field, and just the Lancer there over in the student section going crazy and cheering with their students.
And it's really great to see this many students come out and support their team tonight, and I really think that honestly helps the Lancer team as much as it can. But also what was helping was seeing great standout plays from Sam Huffman, Christian Blesson, and Luke Taylor.
For Shawnee Mission News Harbinger Online, this has been Andrew Kendrick alongside Julia Poe.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your post-game entertainment, we would like to present the award-winning Olathe North Screamin' Eagle Marching Band and Eaglettes Dance Team. Tonight, the band Eaglettes will present their full competition show. The show features original music by John Fannin and percussion arrangements by John Wickersham. Featured soloists include Alex Finisted, Carolyn Culp, Marisha Mahira, Megan Kyle, Jack Gerhold, Caleb Tatey, Ben Ori, Callie Rodina, Angelo Pye, and Leon Green. The featured dancers are Christina Olick, Aaliyah Neal, Ali Hope, and Emily McDonald. The band is under the direction of Mr. Justin Love and Mr. John Wickersham. The Eaglettes are coached by Mrs. Sarah Heptig, Ms. Susan Barr, Ms. Kristen Loeb, and Mrs. Kelly Warren. Drum majors David Nelson, Salim Ambessi, and Ricardo Gutierrez. Is the band ready? Ladies and gentlemen, the Olathe North Screamin' Eagle Marching Band Eaglettes Dance Team proudly presents their 2013 field show, One.
Singular, unique, solitary, individual, original, united, undivided. One note.